Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn. Ọmọ Òdùà. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn. Ọmọ Òdùà. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn. Ọmọ Òdùà. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn. Ọmọ Òdùà. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn. Ọmọ Òdùà. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn. Ọmọ Òdùà. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Ọmọ Fúlàní. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn. ọmọ Oòduà. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn. Ọmọ Oòduà. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́.
A very good afternoon and welcome once again to our Friday broadcast. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Koiki. I'm sure a lot of you know my name, but just for those that are probably passing by and they might not be familiar with what we do on this platform. We have about 1 billion plus people on Facebook. And there will be probability that somebody out there does not even know who we are. There will be probability that somebody does not even know whether there's anything called Yoruba nation. And that is one of the reasons that we have to continue to say who we are and what we do. I say good afternoon. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa lọ́tùn lósì. Thank you so much. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram. Mo kẹ́yìn tí ẹ má bínú, Ọláyọmí Koiki has been seized by Facebook that owns Instagram because of one of my posts. I don't know how soon it's going to be back, but it does not make any difference to me. What makes different is what we do. Láti fi ṣàlàyé fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn some of the reasons that we are now asking the world, the international community, not to look away, but to also start to have a conversation, especially with those that are asking for the right to self-determination. A lot of people might not have to agree with us, but there's no problem with that. As you can see, that we have now added time and date. That's if I'm using my software. So that means whenever you are watching my program, there will be date, time, And you can easily know whether you are watching a live broadcast or not. But as I speak to you right now, on Friday, the 9th of December 2022, at exactly 3:45 p.m. GMT, you are watching a live broadcast. But if you are watching it after this particular day and time, it might say it's live, does not literally mean it is live anymore. It is no longer a live transmission. Some have already said that live it doesn't give notification. There's nothing I can do to that. And since I don't have a particular time and date that I come out, it could be a little bit problem for those that would love to watch it live. The only difference is you are not watching a live broadcast. You are probably going to be watching a repeated broadcast. But since this is a live broadcast, we will just crack on with it. There's a lot, as usual, to discuss. At the point, we also say it's not compulsory that we say people should call in. But because of the nature of carrying along ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa, we do open the phone line and say, you know, what are the one or two things that you like to tell us? You don't have to agree with our views. For those of us that want the right to self-determination. Likewise, we don't have to agree with the view. We can still manage in Nigeria even if we have something that will make it work. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn tí sọ fún wa in tó lè make Nigeria kò work. But everybody is just saying that at some point ó lè ṣiṣẹ́, but nobody knows when exactly. So that means since 1999, everyone have been told that we are back in a democratic space. That means we are running a democracy. Tọ́wádẹ́ pín kan ní democracy. It means a lot to a lot of people, you know. Because democracy is meant to be something that you would also have the right, at least as a citizen of that country. And some of those rights is something that I'm going to start with this afternoon by taking us to a country that we probably all know quite well, which is the United States of America. Kò sí ẹni tí tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ Amẹ́ríkà kò ń ṣe ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà tó ń wáwé tí kò tí ní right ni mò ń sọ. I'm talking about ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó lọ gbé ní Amẹ́ríkà tó ti gbàwé àti ọmọ Amẹ́ríkà tó bí sínú Amẹ́ríkà. They will always ask for their right to be protected. And kí ló ń protect right wọn? Lára ni interfemu sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí tó máa link sí the 1999 Constitution. Nítorí pé the right of a citizen start from the Constitution of that country. And the right would also mean that as long as tí wọ́n náà bá ti rófin ìlú yẹn as the citizen, you can continue to demand and ask for your right. But kò wá ń ṣe gbogbo ìlú lágbàáyé ló máa ń sábà respect right yẹn. because for a country to give you your right ó máa ń le tó pọ̀, because in tó bá ti mú ẹ mọ right ẹ kí ló tún kù, ó ti di pé ìwọ náà challenge ìlúkìlú tí right yẹn tó bá ti fẹ́ jàǹfààní ẹ̀. Kò wá ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló ń jàǹfààní right yẹn. Some people benefit from it depending on the country tó bá wà. Irú àwa tí a wà ní Nàìjíríà nísìn, I don't think a lot of us have benefited in any way, anywhere within the right as a citizen of Nigeria. So ìyẹn ló ń fa gbọ́n mi ò tó sí, ìyẹn ló ń fa awuyewuye pé ǹjẹ́ ètò ẹ̀tọ́ wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ará ìlú ǹjẹ́ àtẹ̀rí gbádùn. Not literally means that this particular government, but I'm taking us back to as far back as 1999 tí a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí lọ́sàn-án yìí, kí a tún lè kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ kan àbẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ kejì láti fi dá ẹ̀rí pé ìrìn àjò tá à ń sọ pé a fẹ́ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè is our right. Right yẹn lè má really jáde nínú constitution Nigeria, even though part of that right also, at least, even as we disbelieve that our rights have not been respected. And the reason why our rights have not been respected is àwa kọ́ la kọ constitution yẹn. So right there and there, láti 1999 tí ìjọba ti padà sí ìjọba lágbádá kó lè yé àwọn aráalé dáadáa. Torí ìta ń pè ní democracy ni ìjọba lágbádá, ó yàtọ̀ sí ìjọba àwọn ológun. Ológun mean pé àwọn tó ń wọ military outfit fáwọn tí kò bá yé. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lẹ́nìí wọ́n sì tún béèrè pé kí ló dé gan tí ẹ̀tọ́ wọ̀ ò jáde nínú Nàìjíríà. Ìdí tí ẹ̀tọ́ wọ̀ ò ṣe jáde kò ju pé our right has been locked into a constitution tí kò ń ṣàwàlà kọ́ àbí tí kò ń ṣàwàlà fi pé a fẹ́. But let's start with America. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, ìlú méjì kan wà tí Washington pè ní swap of prisoners. Fáǹfààní ẹni tí kò bá yé, ọmọ ìlú kan wà tó ń pè ní ọmọ Russia, ọmọ ìlú kan náà dẹ̀ wà tó ń pè ní ọmọ ìlú Amẹ́ríkà. Ọmọ ìlú Russia yẹn ìyẹn ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀wọ̀n ní Amẹ́ríkà láti 2008. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ bá mi lọ nínú ìrìn àjò yìí. Arákùnrin náà òun ni ẹ̀ ń wojú ẹ̀ níwájú mi tó ń pè ní Victor Bolt. Ta ni wọ́n ń pè ní Victor Bolt àti pé irú èèyàn wo gan lòun fúnra rẹ̀? Àti pé ǹjẹ́ arákùnrin yìí ẹ̀rọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo gan ló ṣe tó fi di pé ó wà nínú àhámọ́ ìjọba Amẹ́ríkà láti 2008? Bọ́ bí ó ṣe wà nínú ẹ̀wọ̀n, as you can see, láti 2008, ìlú kan tó wà tí arákùnrin náà ti wá tó ń pè ní Russia. And they've been asking that ọmọ olúwa kan wà lọ́wọ́ yín tí ẹ ti gba ẹ̀tọ́ kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Even though America believed that this man is a dangerous man before he was captured. Again, his name is Victor Bolt. But the Russian government disagree with the American government. Mo kàn fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ẹ mọ ìdí tí a ṣe ń sọ pé tí a bá kúrò nínú Nigeria, your right will not be respected by the Nigerian government, not to talk about the foreign countries that we might have problems. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn lẹ́ni tó bá sọ pé a wà ní Dubai, a fẹ́ gba Nigerian passport àmọ́ wọ́n ò jẹ́ ká rí gbà. Then how do you expect the Dubai government or the United Arab Emirates to respect you if your own country does not even value you as a human being? But something then trigger what would then lead to somebody tó ti wà nínú prison láti 2008 tó fi di pé Russia government has now taken, we can say, advantage. Wọ́n wá ń pe arábìnrin kan náà ní wọ́n ń pe arábìnrin kan ní Britain Greenard. Let me bring a picture out a little bit. Britain Greenard ló ń jẹ́. Britain Greenard yẹn òun jẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ tó ń gbá basketball. Lótìtọ́ àwọn stars they move around depending on countries tó bá ń fẹ́ tí máa play sport wọn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé irú àwa nísìn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó bá ní access láti dé America kò tún ní máa sọ pé òun tún lọ lù mí because ó ti rí America as God's own country. But àwọn ọmọ ìlú wọn ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ because ìlú wọn is good and they can travel to any other countries even if they are not superstar just to go and probably explore, walk, holiday, hiking. Gbogbo tí ọmọ Nàìjíríà ò lè ṣe tó bá lọ sírú àwọn ìlú kan, irú àwọn ọmọ America lọ ṣe àtàwọn ìlú bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. That shows the difference between a mad country that you call Nigeria that is a shithole and a country like America where their citizens say any other country as just not as good as theirs but they can go. So ọmọ yìí ní ó ní issue kan tí ó di pé some 3 months ago ọmọ 1990 ni, so you can easily work out ọmọ ọdún tí wọn náà jẹ́ ìwọ tó ń wò mí nílé tí à ń sọ pé tí a bá ti kúrò nínú Nigeria, your right under the 1999 constitution òun ni àwọn politicians tún padà sí lọ́ṣẹ́ ní ká wá lọ dìbò 2023 because nobody is talking about bringing down that constitution, and that means that same constitution will be used to govern you. And don't let them fool you pé they will amend a constitution tí àwọn ìjọba military ìjọba ológun tó gbélé yín lọ́wọ́. Ọmọ tẹ́ ń wò yìí, she is only 32 years old. A basketball. Britain Yevati Greener was born October 18, 1990. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ru Nàìjíríà lọ́mọ yìí lọ bí sí tó lọ gbá basketball àbí kankan tó lọ́kì tó kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, it will be a different thing. But because she's a valuable asset to American government, she's a valuable asset sí ìlú tó ti wá, and that literally means the government of America was ready to sacrifice her láti exchange ẹ̀ fún ìyẹn arákùnrin tí mo fi wọ̀nyí tí à ń pè ní Vicky òun ìyẹn jẹ́ Victor Bolt, ìyẹn arákùnrin tí mo fi wọ̀nyí. Arákùnrin yìí àti Britain Greener wọ́n wá dàbí ìgbà tí àbá máa sọ pé ìlú méjèèjì wọ́n sọ fúnra wọn pé tí o bá fẹ́ ọmọ ìlú tiẹ̀ padà, ìwọ náà fún mi lọ́mọ ìlú tèmi padà. But arákùnrin tí wọ́n mú yìí, and I can confirm just about an hour ago, Greener have arrived back safely in United States of America, as you can see right there. Very, very excited, very happy because ó wá sí ìlú tó dá láyé ẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ ru Nàìjíríà ló wá, there will be probability by now àwa lórí Facebook àmà competition and the Nigerian government will probably Do not be bothered. Ìwọ tó wà ní United Arab Emirates, you might not even know that that was where exchange took place. As you can see right in this video, what is going on here is what we can call prisoner swap, where the criminal, according to the American government, who is a citizen of Russia, is being transferred back to Russia, and all this is happening in our lifetime. But àwa jókòó nísìnyí à ń sọ pé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nigeria because our right in Nigeria is not respected. But nobody will listen to us. I don't own the copyright to this video, but let's watch it.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jarika Duncan. Nora is on assignment. Her interview with Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen in just a moment. But first, American Brittany Griner is on her way home. She was arrested for possession of cannabis oil nearly 10 months ago, sentenced to 9 years in prison, and sent to a penal colony in Russia. Her release was part of a prisoner swap for international arms dealer Victor Bout. The so-called merchant of death was serving a 25-year federal prison sentence in Illinois for conspiring to kill Americans and for supporting terrorism. Left out of the deal was ex-Marine Paul Whelan, imprisoned in Russia since 2018 on espionage charges. We have team coverage tonight of this story and begin with CBS's Margaret Brennan. Margaret, good evening.
And you had it very well clearly there. Prisoner swap all happened because this young girl or this young woman comes from a country that respects and value her as a human being. Not to be mo kàn fẹ́ jẹ́ kó yé wa pé àwa ò tí ì rí ayé wa. So if anybody is thinking that going into 2023, your life will change, I am now telling you that nothing of such is going to happen. And you know why? Because of that fraudulent 1999 constitution. I've given you a background, okay, to this story. So that's all I can say. And we don't have to be sitting on that story. You can go and do your own. At least I've given you the first basic. So if you think that you want to know more about who Victor Bout is, irú crime olóṣe, and all that, you can do a bit of more reading yourself. Now let's come back to the reality of why I said àwa ò tí ì rí ayé wa. And the reason why tí a rí ayé wa is nothing more than the fact that if we remain in Nigeria and they are telling you that this constitution is being amended, this constitution is going to be used in 2023 for the next 4 years, but within that 4 years, the government will continue to speak with the senator, with the House of Representatives, just to, continue to amend it, just to make sure that the constitution work in line with us as a country. Because lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, you can amend a constitution. There's nothing wrong in amending a constitution. But ǹjẹ́ constitution tí wọ́n náà amend yìí lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, is it worth amending is the question. A lot of argument by different senators, different people, different kind of kò tí ì sí oríṣiríṣi explanation tí wọ́n ti ṣàlàyé lórí constitution yìí. But almost every Nigerian today that are learned and the ones that are not learned are still saying that we know that the constitution is not working, but we can go and amend it to favor our people. We know that the constitution is not working, but we can do something around it. And that is exactly why they are saying we should go again into the 2023 general election, but knowing fully well, I think I've got a lot of things open and is straining the broadcast if I'm right. Let me know if the broadcast is stable from wherever you're watching. I say good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the live transmission. I am discussing the 1999 Constitution and reasons why we as the Yorubas must now say no to 2023 general election. Apart from the fact that our right to self-determination is there, Tabati renew election year, then this is going to be the same constitution that will be used on us. I've come across different things that I've prepared for this program in the course of looking at the constitution and why we don't think for now it will be fair on us to go into election for those that are campaigning, not people like us. But we have a lot of Nigerians. Bóyá kò yé wọn dáadáa ni, bóyá impression wọn ni pé tíyàn kan bá débẹ̀, ó máa ní agbára, ó máa ní power láti override constitution yẹn. I don't know. But what I can say to those of us that are in the know is the 1999 constitution will not be changed. Tíjọba mi bá débẹ̀. We must prepare your mind now so that wàá lè sọ pé ní èní ìjọ Jímọ̀ Friday ọjọ́ kẹsàn-án nínú oṣù kejìlá 2022, at least the record indicated that nobody will be changing this constitution. They will be trying to amend it, which is what they are doing and which is what they are good at. They will try to tell you that the constitution will be amended. The constitution, thank you so much for those of you that have joined us again, to all our brothers and sisters from the Biafra. We welcome you into the live program. My name is OLAMILEKAN, and I'm now reviewing again, just to go on the record, that the constitution will be, you'll be told that we're amending it, and they'll tell you that the amending of that constitution will make sure works for every Nigerian. But one thing you've got to put at the back of your mind is nobody can amend this constitution. I've come across this, which was just some 3 days ago, because today is the 9th. Why amendment of the 1999 constitution must include referendum and a regional autonomy. Mr. Femi Emmanuel. We are very good in writing. We are very good in telling the government, whether the one in the power, whether the government that is coming, that we will be able to explain to you. I'm talking about people like this, my uncle. I don't know him, but I'm just telling you what has happened since 1999. Like 1999 now, in what in Soran. So when you see article like this, don't think this is the first time that they are discussing such. Such has been discussed in the past. 9 minutes past 4 p.m. Friday, the 9th day of December 2020. And let's take a look at this before we go into some of the other ones. According to this, the ongoing amendment to the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria by the National Assembly should not be made to see the light if the day should not be able to see the light if the day until referendum clause as well as state or regional autonomy are included. And I want you to take very, very note of those words. 3 things have been mentioned in that particular part. Timofey can take note. For those of us that knows that I tell you all the time, you must have pen and paper when you're listening to broadcasts on our own side, because it's not just for you to call in and you don't even know what to talk about, apart from taking us to some angle that is not necessary. Arákùnrin sọ pé constitution tí wọ́n ní wọ́n amend kó tó di pé ó máa wá sáyé, kó tó di pé a tẹ̀ máa ní a fẹ́ gbà á gẹ́gẹ́ bí constitution. For those that still believe that there is a country, not people like us, this person actually mentioned referendum clause. And everybody knows what referendum means. If you don't know, I will tell you within the English dictionary. The person also mentioned state or what they called regional autonomy. A very, very strong word. I've used it before. I've explained it before. I don't have any problem láti tún ṣàlàyé fún yín. So let's first go and look at kí ló ń pè ní referendum according to the English dictionary. And thank you so much to all our lecturers, our professors, the PhD, the master's holders, that all well understood the meaning of
referendum.
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 Referendum. It means a lot of things. So in the English dictionary, tó bá sọ pé nǹkan referendum, it is literally mean a general vote by electorate. Electorate will mean you, me, Nigerians, Scottish, Catalonia, Sudanese, East Timorians, and so many like that. On a single political question that has been referred to them for direct decision. Yes or no, do you want Yoruba nation? Yes or no, do you want Biafra nation? Yes or no, do you want Arewa nation? Yes or no, do you want the Middle Belt nation? Just a kò ń ṣe pé àṣetún máa fi clause sí and I think there was a poll of such, which one of the, I think it was again ṣé bọ̀bọ̀ tó máa ń pè é ní Gaba, I think he said Gaba Shehu ló ń jẹ́ Adamu Gaba. He actually did one on Twitter. That's if he has not taken it down. Some few days ago, which I picked up on his timeline. He's a APC guy, and I want you to see this. Adamu Gaba, on the 7th of December, came back with these results. No, it's not even this one. Konshele. It was actually the one that says if the Biafra would like to go or not. Yeah, is this? No. Yeah, this one. I want you to take a look at this final part of the poll. This final part of the poll. More live broadcast. I'm telling you, more live broadcast. Sorry. This final part of the poll, I want you to take note of it. Mo fẹ́ kí a fi ara balẹ̀ wo ìbéèrè tó béèrè. This is like a referendum. And don't mix this live transmission. Because you know, I want not fair referendum. You'll be idiot to think in that way. We are explaining to you a lot of what you don't understand and the gimmick that the politicians are putting forward to say, we will amend the 1999 constitution that would allow certain things to be there. That will allow certain things to enable the Yorubas, the Biafra, those that are agitating to have free access to leave Nigeria. But knowing fully well that such is never going to happen. So if you are in the view believing such nonsense, you will be there thinking that you will get out of Nigeria should anybody become the next president. But that will be a complete lie. Irototo. Because if anybody is telling you that they are amending the constitution, The Constitution is going to work for us. The Constitution is going to help us. You are also living in denial. And this is why I'm saying that based on this, we must not be carried away. If any of the political party tells you that Nigeria will be, the Constitution of Nigeria will be amended. So Tabalowo, this question that was asked, Tinubu presidency or Biafra Republic, which of these would you rather have? So it's like a referendum question. Ìbéèrè, direct answer, and you can see there that 77.2% of people that participated in this online, what we call poll, says Biafra Republic. So now let's go back into the conversation a little bit more as we continue. Now that you understand referendum, what is a simple definition of referendum? According to the Britannic Dictionary definition of referendum, an event in which the people of a country, the people of a state, vote for or against a law that deals with specific issue. The issue of the right to self-determination, the issue of where afẹ́dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè from the Biafra nation, the Yoruba nation, the Arewa nation, is an issue. And that issue cannot be swept under the carpet even as they are preparing for 2023 election. That issue can no longer be brushed aside. It is now an issue that has to be debated. Kò ń ṣe issue pé à ń sásábẹ́ chair, kò ń ṣe issue pé à ń sásábẹ́ lẹ̀kùn. No. These are very, very important issues. Now that we have an idea of that, let's again go back to the next one, which is regional autonomy. But let's first look at the word autonomy. Kilo mean. What is the meaning of the word autonomy?
Autonomy. Autonomy.
Autonomy.
Autonomy.
The right or condition of self-government. What is the meaning? Being self-governed. The quality or state of being self-governed, especially the right of self-government. The territorial was granted autonomy, self-directing freedom, especially moral independence. That is part of what we are saying, that we want our right to the full authority, the full autonomy of the Yoruba land that is no longer controlled from the center known as Abuja. That is all the reason why we are fighting for Yoruba nation. That is some of the reason why they are fighting for the Biafra nation and the Middle Belt nation. We want our right. A fẹ́ gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa padà. A fẹ́ gba territory wa padà. A fẹ́ jẹ́ kí territory yẹn wà lá. Kò ń ṣe pé kó wà lábẹ́ Fúlàní là ń sọ nísìn. A tẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹni tí a mọ̀ tó ń control Nigeria. Because today, there are so many people controlling Nigeria that we don't have even a clue what is going on in that shithole country. There are so many things happening in Nigeria, whether from your oil and gas, whether from your natural resources, the gold, whether, even up to the 1999 military decree that has been brought upon us by the people, that some of us will probably not even know what and reason why it was designed that way. But people still argue that 1999 constitution, but they cannot find a solution to it. Wọ́n rí solution sí ọ̀rọ̀ 1999 constitution yẹn láti 1999. All they have done is continue to talk while the government say we are amending it. And the question is, can you amend such a document that is not even legal in the first place. I was able to come across this gentleman that talked about it. I don't own the copyright, and I believe, yes, this was found on the Nina's Voice on YouTube. Let's watch this.
We are running into trouble. We are inching there, and time is not in our favor. And I'm not tickled by what the National Assembly is doing. They are not being fair to themselves. They are not being fair to us. They claim to be amending the Constitution. What are they amending? And I want to repeat it. Do you amend something that is not amendable? When you want to amend the Constitution,
okay, I want you to take note of that. Something that is not amendable. Something that is not amendable. Let's hear more.
Where do you start?
Let me pull it back a little bit.
By the way, Lati, where do you start?
Where do you start?
You start from the preamble.
You start from the preamble.
We the people. Oh yes, they have to amend it.
Oh no, I think I've gone too far. Let's go back.
The National Assembly is doing. They are not being fair to themselves.
The National Assembly is not being fair on 200 million indigenous people because we are not all one. So don't be fooled that this word Nigeria that has been pushed on us, even the word Nigeria, nobody is being fair on that fraudulent document called the 1999 Constitution. But today we are being told, and the gentleman speaking is OLAMILEKAN, the senior advocate of Nigeria. But the only thing they can do is to continue to talk and engage. But would that change the narratives? Ìwọ máa bírẹ kémi náà máa bíra mi pé but láti 1999 ló ti ń discuss ọ̀rọ̀ 1999 constitution kí ló dé tí nǹkankan change lé lórí and kí ló dé tí nobody has been able to pull it down. Kí ló dé tí àìtí ìríyàn kankan within all the space in Nigeria to pull down that constitution is because the control of Nigeria is in the hands of the caliphate known as the Northern Fulanis. And they are not willing, they are not ready with some of their cronies from the Yorubas, the Middle Belt, the Biafras, or the Igbos that have joined the caucus of these, what they call the fraudulent Nigerian senators. That anybody is thinking that when the next political party gets in, the constitution will be what? Brought down. So the only thing everybody can do is they just continue to talk, just like our senior advocate of Nigeria, OLAMILEKAN, and so many of them like that, and different groups of people have been talking. But this talking and talking and talking has been going on for 23 years of this fraudulent document called the 1999 Constitution. Tó o bá ìgbọ́ mi dáadáa, láti 1999 ni a ti ń lo constitution yìí. Some of us might not understand it as we are now understanding it. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni ó lè má yé wa tẹ́lẹ̀. But now the question to ká máa bèèrè wa ni pé why has it taken this long just to bring down this constitution? Kí ló dé tí kò jẹ́ kí constitution kó ti fàya sí wẹ́wẹ́? It's because àwọn tó fẹ́ fàya sí wẹ́wẹ́, they are inside the Senate. They are the one that has the power. Àwọn ni agbára tí ẹ gbélé lọ́wọ́. And the question is, ǹjẹ́ àwọn tí ẹ gbé agbára lé lọ́wọ́ tẹ́ ń pè ní senator, are they ready in any way to do anything to that constitution? Because a lot of them are also benefactors, beneficiaries. They are also part of those that cooked this constitution in the first place with the military in 1999. And that is why election in Nigeria is do or die. People must die before somebody becomes the next president, the next senator, the next House of Rep, because they must continue to protect that fraudulent document. Whether it is the PDP of 16 years, they protected that document. Whether it is the 8 years of the fraudulent shithole, the most evil government that we've ever experienced in that contraction known as Nigeria today, which is the APC government. Al Qaeda People's Congress. And you can see why we are saying that getting out of Nigeria is not moi moi, because the same set of our lawyers, senior advocate of Nigeria, different groups of people that have discussed the issue of the 1999 constitution, it has not changed anything. Let's go back into it.
Fair to us. They claim to be amending the constitution. What are they amending? And I want to repeat it. Do you amend something that is not amendable?
Do you amend something that is not amendable? Kí lẹ fẹ́ amend? They are trying to amend something. Ó dàbí ìgbà tíyàn fẹ́ máa tún kan tí kò ṣe túnṣe. Òun lọ̀rọ̀ constitution Nigeria. But today, we have people that are now saying, no, the constitution that could not be changed during the 16 years of the PDP government. APC have done almost 8 years. So what is giving this guarantee that the constitution will be amended, that it cannot be amendable? Should you give the APC, or bringing back the PDP, or bringing the new fresher, the Labour Party? It's just a question. For those of you that don't understand that our right to self-determination is nothing more than the fact that it gives us a fresh start. It gives us a fresh rollover. It gives us a right to a constitution that every one of us will accept. A constitution tó máa mú olówó, tó máa mú àgbàlagbà, tó máa govern ìlú, not the one that is currently running since 1999.
When you want to amend the constitution, by the way, Lati, where do you start? You start from the preamble. We the people. Oh yes, they have to amend it. Why are they running away from it? If they cannot amend the preamble, if the preamble is not amendable, then it means the constitution is not amendable. Come on. They have to start from it. Do you start reading your letter from the back page? Do you? No, they have to start from the preamble. That means the preamble is fake. We the people. Who are the we? Where did we meet? And where?
Okay, you heard that. We the people, àwa èèyàn. We the people, èmi ọmọ àwọn people wo, bí àwọn ará Afghanistan ni o, bí àwọn ará Slovakia ló kó wá ni o. This constitution say we the people. When nígbà wo la jókòó pé àwa fara mọ́ constitution yìí? Níjọ́ wo la jọ jókòó? Lásìkò wo? Nígbà wo ló consult gbogbo wa ní local government wa? Let them bring this evidence out. So taban sọ pé election kò ṣe tí ó jẹ́ in tó máa solve problem wa going to 2023. This is also one out of the other reasons, like the right to self-determination. Because when we the people, ẹ bá ń bi àwọn tí wọ́n set ẹ̀ ọ́ pé ní ìgbà wo, ní ọjọ́ wo ni àwa we the people, àwa ènìyàn. We the people, when? Nígbà wo?
Can't we do it? I'm studying the constitutions of the world. And I say this also with every sense of humility. There's no constitution that is near as fake.
Okay, I want you to understand that word fake. Tọ́ba sọ pé nǹkan fake, you know, when people buy fake jewelry, fake bags, people buy fake everything. Sometimes, you know, to look cool in the eyes of the people, you can wear a fake outfit, and people will automatically think, ọmọ agoti wà bọ́ yẹn wọ̀, but it could be fake. But kí ni wọ́n pè ní fake? Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo dictionary meaning of fake. Tá bá pè nǹkan ní fake, let's go and get the word, the meaning of fake. So pronunciation,
fake,
again,
fake,
one more time,
fake,
not genuine, limitation, or counterfeit. What does it mean being fake? A constitution who falsely claims to be, feel, or do something can be said to be fake. When your friend acts sweet but spread rumors about you behind your back, you can call her fake. As a verb, fake means to take an action with the intent to deceive. So since 1999, all Nigerians have been deceived with the fake constitution. Not that people have not been talking about it, but ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ máa gbèrè ní ọkàn ara ẹni pé ṣé bá ṣe máa bá lọ náà lélẹ́yìí takọ̀ máa rojọ́ constitution yìí fake ni constitution yìí fake ni. Good evening to my beautiful mother and welcome on board. Ṣé bá ṣe máa tó létò because for 16 years it was this same fake document called the 1999 Constitution ní ìjọba PDP lò. APC have managed to use 8 years of that. They are asking you to again for another 8 years. PDP is asking you for another 8 years. So how many 8 years or how many 4 years la mama go, and they are saying that they are amending it. Eric Bay, behind me says 1999 Constitution as amended. But arákùnrin bàbá wa Ọlánípẹ̀kun, ìyẹn senior advocate of Nigeria, wọ́n fi ń tó wa létí pé you cannot, something that is not amendable, òun ni Constitution Nigeria. Something that is not amendable. And he also say, I quote, that constitution is fake. Let's hear more a little bit from him here.
Yes, deceitful.
Again, deceitful. Think about ti di pé wọ́n ti fi ń parọ́. So a lot of people when they say à ń fi Yorùbá nation parọ́, I keep asking, Yorùbá nation wá gẹ́gẹ́ bí 1999 constitution. Yorùbá nation yẹn àwọn you ask yourself, ṣé ó wá dàbí ntí wọ́n ti fi ń ṣe tọ́fi ṣe gàba lórí ayé yín? Because láti 23 years wọ́n lo constitution láti fi suppress yín mọ́lẹ̀, but you are now saying that Yorùbá nation is the problem. Ẹ má bínú, there's a reflection at the back. Let me take that out. It's because I'm not using the full screen, and that is why that reflection is coming. Because it's because I've not filled the screen of what I'm using, and let me do that so that reflection can go away. Once again, you're watching a live transmission at 4:33 p.m. the 9th day of December 2022, as we are waiting gradually for the announcement of the super rally that is coming to us this month. And we are not here to argue with anybody to say whether it's going to happen or not. When it comes up, you would also be able to witness it. That's the most important thing. So now it is a bit close, and let's lock it. If you're wondering what kind of software I use, it's called the OBS, and it's also free, apart from probably paying some little bit from some other services. But if you have a good system, you can also do whatever we are doing. We need as many more media to talk about the right to self-determination. But those of us that are talking about it, I will continue from koikimedia to do our best. I greet all my uncles, the lecturers from Manchester to outside London to England to Scotland. I say to those of you in Kogi State, Kwara State, Lagos State, Oyo State, Ogun State, Osun State, Ondo State, those of the Yorubas that are living in the northern part of Nigeria, that the right to self-determination is nothing more than the right. It has not to do nothing. Yoruba nation kò ń ṣe politics, and don't listen to all the garbage that people are talking about. For 23 years, each of the government have deceived you with the fake, deceitful 1999 constitution.
Nears make believe in nature and in content as the constitution, as what we call the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. What are they amending?
Okay, what are they amending? They're probably amending, something to say, okay, we don't do any. Oh, referendum. Okay, àgbéyẹ̀wò bí a lè fi referendum clause sínú constitution. Oh, autonomy. Àmọ́ bí a máa fún yín nìyẹn o. State police. No. A lè fún yín ní state police. Ẹ jẹ́ kí state police wà lọ́wọ́ Fulani. And that takes me to this, beautiful music. Let's enjoy that before we come back again into the conversation.
Where is the president of the zoo? Those that are ruling his name is Fulani. That their modernization first agenda is now complete. Totally complete after that. Where is their president from? Fulani. Chief of Staff, Fulani. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Fulani. Senate President of Nigeria is Kanu, of course, is Fulani. Deputy Speaker is Fulani. The Army Chief of Staff is Fulani. Navy Chief Fulani. Police IG Fulani. DSS is Fulani. National Intelligence Agency Fulani. National Security Advisor is Kanu, of course, is Janjaweed. Why do you hate Igbo people? I want to prove to all the Fulani that the hatred today in the zoo was brought about by Fulani Janjaweedism. Is it very clear to you now how they do? Is it very clear? Listen to the minister. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Somebody that studied the Sharia law is the head of the judicial system. Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they do? This is what Republic. Federal Capital Territory, Fulani. Agriculture, Fulani. Police Affairs, Fulani. Aviation, Fulani. Communication, Fulani. Power, Fulani. Water resources, Fulani. Everything is Fulani. All the 19 northern governors are Fulani except Benue, Plateau, and Kogi. Every northern, apart from 4, the rest are all Fulani. Is it very clear to you now? This is political republic. Because Fulani have a game plan. From the word go, their game plan is to dominate and subjugate you. Dominate and subjugate. Where is their president from? Fulani. Chief of Staff, Fulani. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Fulani. Senate President of Nigeria is Kanu, of course, is Fulani. Deputy Speaker is Fulani. The Army Chief of Staff is Fulani. Navy Chief is Fulani. Police IG, Fulani. DSS is Fulani. National Intelligence Agency, Fulani. National Security Advisor is Kanu, of course, is Fulani. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they do? This is political republic. Federal Capital Territory, Fulani. Agriculture, Fulani. Police Affairs, Fulani. Aviation, Fulani. Communication, Fulani. Power, Fulani. Water resources, Fulani. Everything is Fulani. Every northern apart from 4, the rest are all Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they do? This is political republic.
God have mercy upon us.
Well, God will have mercy upon us if we have mercy upon ourselves. Let's take you straight now to these as well to listen to a little bit.
49 people selected to write a constitution, wrote a constitution. 40 people in the Supreme Military Council promulgated a constitution for us. Under General Abubakar, government in which I sat, I was in executive council. I never saw the draft constitution. And I was Minister of Information.
Okay, this particular former president of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, John Nia Iwobodo, only Omori draft the constitution. I never saw the draft of the constitution. But today, millions of Nigerians are getting their PVCs. So excited, jubilation time. From different platforms, I say good afternoon and welcome. So many of them have been told that by getting the PVC, you will chase away APC and bring in Labour Party. You will chase away PDP and bring APC. You will chase away, just go and vote. And when your president gets there, he will go and continue to amend the fake military decree, so-called the 1999 constitution. Ìbéèrè tí wọ́n béèrè ni pé kí ló dé tí àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, whether it is the APC that is running the government in the last 8 years, whether it is the 16 years of the PDP, kí ló dé tí wọ́n rí ọ̀rọ̀ constitution yìí ṣe? But I can tell us that we are now at the crossroad, that the world must not just sit behind the fence anymore and think that everybody is gullible by telling us that you have the right to go and vote when there are so many questions on the table. And this question actually soften the international communities, the friends of Nigeria, the government around the world, the United Nations, that 2023 is not visible in Nigeria. And that is the reason why I told you some few days ago on Tuesday, precisely, when the Sultan of Sokoto, again with the Christian Association of Nigeria leader, saying that 2023 election won't break Nigeria. Ìbéèrè ni pé, why is everybody worried for the breakup of Nigeria if everything was right in the first place? Tí gbogbo nǹkan bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ kó ṣiṣẹ́ létòlétò, why is such coming from the president of the Islamic, Alhaji Abubakar Sahid III, the Sultan of Sokoto, or the Sultan of Sokoto rather, plus the Christian Association of Nigeria, Archbishop Daniel, saying that 2023 election kò gbọdọ̀ jẹ́ nǹkan yẹn ló máa fi break in Nigeria. But they all know the truth, that the nepotism, the subjugation that Nnamdi Kanu talked about, yes, the satanic of Sokoto, and all the amendment that is never going to take place, because you will never get a referendum in Nigeria. So if anybody today that are the Yorubas, the Biafras, the Middle Belt are hoping that one day an APC government or PDP government or the Labour Party government will give us a referendum in Nigeria to decide whether we want to continue as Nigeria, such will never happen. Rather, we should all go and prepare, because the military of Nigeria are planning to overthrow the government, as we have been telling you. There is still high intelligence reports that the cabals are now aware that some of us are no longer interested in Nigeria. And rather than allow Nigeria to continue, they would like to overthrow these governments and then force a military regime on us. And that would eventually nullify this same fraudulent constitution that they brought on you before 1993, or 1999, sorry. Because the agenda now is, it seems that more people are now aware of the fake constitution. So the only way to nullify this constitution is to bring out a coup by the military and those that are working with them from outside Nigeria. Because in tó bá ti mú wọn láti ṣe kíni, láti make sure pé wọ́n nullify constitution yẹn. Ṣèbí torí pé constitution ṣì wà la ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. What about that constitution is no longer valid? Ṣá máa lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí? Are we going to talk about a constitution that is no longer valid? Ṣèbí torí pé a ṣì ń rí constitution yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ni gbogbo wa sì ṣe ń ṣẹnu mọ́kànmọ́kàn pé that constitution is a military. Tó bá kúkú wá gbá constitution yẹn sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ dànù, kí la máa ṣe sí? Have you thought about that? Because anywhere tí military lágbàáyé, especially in those African countries, the moment they overthrow the government, the first thing they do is cancel the constitution and tell the world they will need 2 years to allow a system to come back. And if anybody is thinking that it is going to be a joke, as we continue to monitor the situation in Nigeria. Nigeria is really at the verge of breakup. Nigeria is at the verge of dissolution. Nigeria is currently at the verge of where nations, the indigenous people, are now asking questions around who truly is a Nigerian. Tani Nigeria gangan? Ta lọmọ Nigeria gangan? Ṣé àwa tí a kọ constitution yẹn ni àbí báwo? And until we're able to answer all these questions, we are going nowhere. But today, to remind every one of us that Nigeria is literally shaking. In Tobamu, the Sultan of Sokoto, to Sosita, I'm sure is the same thing ni Babawa Ojaja II or Ni Ofife. I'm sure they are thinking in the same direction. Let me shut down some of my browsers so that we don't have a freeze in the system. We'll come back to this. Let me take this. Okay, I can leave that for now. I want to talk about that briefly. I can remove this. Okay, let's just complete this one.
I challenge them, and I challenge the National Assembly, and they must answer this question. When you are amending, you first of all start from the preamble. Because if the people didn't meet and they put it there by the respected or by the Abdul Salam military government, they say, we the people, you must first amend it.
If they're going to amend it, what should they say?
I wouldn't know. If they can't amend it, if they cannot amend it, let us have a constitution for ourselves.
You had him right there properly, and that is a senior advocate of Nigeria, Wole Olamilekun. I picked this up from Bashir Mustafa on Twitter. Let me just quickly go through it. Difference between jihad and terrorism. Jihad versus terrorism. Jihad is an Islamic term used to describe one's duty towards Islam. Terrorism, on the other hand, is the act of trying to instill feelings of terror in the general population by the act or deeds, just as the terrorism in Nigeria, just as so many people are being terrorized, just as the terrorists continue to create havoc in the northeast, the northwest, the southeast, the middle belt, the south-south, the southwest, just as the ISWAP, the jihadis, just as the Boko Haram are creating all kinds of problems. Jihad, as per Islam, stands for struggle. Pé àwa máa gba ilẹ̀ yín ní sẹ́. Àwa la nílẹ̀ yìí, a máa gbà. That is what the Fulanis are saying. And they are using everything within the power to try to remove us from our own land. The struggle can be to protect one's country, religion, family, or to save someone else's life. Jihad can even be one's struggle to make himself a better human being. This has been called as the greater jihad by some. Terrorism, however, is never to protect. The sole purpose of terrorism is to cause enough harm, pain, and agony to someone to make him feel insecure. The word terrorism would normally be used when referring to systematic episode of mass destructions or killings, which is exactly what is going on presently in today's Nigeria. Destructions, killings, raping, genocidal, harm, pain, agony that is going on in our lives, where our people are now in danger. It will not be normally used to petty crimes. Terrorism is not a petty crime. It has nothing to do with religion, as neither Islam nor any other religion in the world preaches destruction and killing. Terrorism is often fueled by materialistic or territorial goals, generally with no regard to religion, whereas a jihad is a struggle in the path of God and has no other goal apart from these. Terrorism is always directed towards the killing of innocent civilians. And we have seen havoc of that. And one of that, if I just take us back, was Oba Ifon, which I've used a couple of times. He was actually killed by a terrorist right inside the territory known as Nigeria. Until today, nobody has come out to give us the reason why Oba Ifon was killed. Up to today, I think gbọ́ èsì kankan látẹnu ìjọba. This is what terrorists does. Instill fear in you. That is what they're good at. The terrorists are very, very good in that. And today, almost 2 years now, no justice, nobody has been sentenced to the death of Olufon of Ifon, Oba Israel Adeusi, who was killed by terrorists. Don't let them deceive you that he was killed by bandits. There's nothing called bandits in Nigeria. What we have is terrorists. He was killed on November 26, 2020. So when you go back and ask yourself, why is the Sultan of Sokoto and the Christian Association of Nigeria President Archbishop Daniel say 2023 elections won't break Nigeria? If Nigeria was working, if Nigeria was that country, if Nigeria was a country for every one of us, why should I be thinking around that? Let's go back to the former information minister that was not even aware under his nose about the draft of the Constitution. And I'll just take it back and let him speak.
49 people selected to write a constitution, wrote a constitution.
49 people. Local constitution, ti gbogbo 200 million people. 49 people, according to him, wrote the fraudulent document under the military decree 24.
40 people in the Supreme Military Council.
40 of them were in the Supreme Military Council. And the remaining 9, probably some civilians.
The Constitution. Under General Abubakar, government in which I sat, I was in Executive Council. I never saw the draft Constitution. And I was Minister of Information. It was my responsibility to publicize it to the country. On the day of swearing in of Obasanjo, we didn't have a copy of the Constitution. I didn't know who was printing it. And my ministry was supposed to pay for the printing. And Obasanjo was sworn on a constitution that had not been read by it. And the National Assembly could not be constituted until 4 days after.
Yeah, a very good question. It will be nice to know these 49. All along we've been talking about Abdulsalam Abubakar alone. But there are also 48 more people that wrote the Constitution. that is now being used to deceive. But rather, people are pointing fingers at those that are asking questions around our right to self-determination and our right to know why this constitution must continue. But what they want us to do is to continue to talk, just as, this kind of conversation like what you are listening to now has probably been going on since 1999, almost 23 years. As in sorrow, that particular 1999 constitution, and that is why should the military take over Nigeria today, the first thing is they will nullify that fake constitution anyway. And about to nullify a constitution, then what else are you going to be talking about? And they will tell you, we will return back to democracy after 2 years because we are not sure, there's insecurity in the land, there's that, people want to break up Nigeria, but we will make sure that everything works and they will be there again for 2 years. And don't think such cannot happen because they are planning stage. And a lot of movement is going within Nigeria as we speak right now. And that is why Sultan of Sokoto can say 2023 is not going to break up Nigeria. Are they saying something that we are not saying? Because if they are guaranteed that it is not going to break Nigeria, then what is going to break Nigeria is the question. Or what is going to unite Nigeria? Because I don't see unity among every single one of us. Not that because you marry an Igbo man, not because you marry a Yoruba woman, not because you marry an Hausa Fulani person. We are talking about the constitution is not there to unite us. So why should we live in denial? Kí ló dé tá ń parọ́ fúnra wa? Kí ló dé tí a ṣe ń parọ́ fúnra wa lẹ́ni pé even if anybody becomes the president, our unity will still be one. Kí ni Sultan of Sokoto ń rí tó ń guarantee gbogbo àgbáyé pé kò ní sí break up of Nigeria ní 2023? So tí 2020 election ọba break in Nigeria, kí ló fẹ́ break in Nigeria? Òun ni kẹ́ bá béèrè lọ́wọ́ Sultan of Sokoto. Because tó bá ń sọ pé Nigeria ò ní break nítorí election, then what is going to break Nigeria? It will be good to know.
Because there was no clean copy of the constitution. You cannot build on quicksand. And the country cannot live on falsehood.
Again, Baba Ino sọ pé you cannot live on falsehood. And every one of us have lived on that falsehood, whether you are just not interested in this before, because like in 1999, a lot of us didn't understand the constitution as much as we've now understood it. Tẹ́lẹ̀, everybody come up, ọmọ Nigeria, èrò pọ̀ níbẹ̀, èmi náà make owó ayé tèmi bẹ́ẹ̀, blah blah blah. But the constitution started dealing with every one of us, where there's no safety, where the welfare, where I'm sure you know that the autonomy of these is no longer there. But they're telling you they're amending it, but we have been told that you cannot amend something that is not amendable. So kí ni wọ́n amend gangan? Kí ni nǹkan tí wọ́n amend? Òun ni kò tí yé mi.
The owners of the country, as represented by their leaders in the social cultural groups that formed a desire to be one country, have to be constituted into the kind of conference that President Jonathan summoned. They have the legal authority to speak on behalf of their various people that we want to be part of one country on the basis of the following rules. Unless we revisit that abnormality and historical abnormality, we will never have the ground norm. We will never have a constitution that conjures the loyalty of the people. Continuous, endless intellectual analysis can never lead to change.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ, I wanted to take note of that word, and I'm just going to pull it back slightly and I'll let him say it again. But in tó ń ṣàlàyé ni pé ká máa rojọ́ títí bó ṣe ń rojọ́ láti 23 years lórí 1999 constitution, nothing is going to change. And that is where we always say ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba nation is something that we must not joke with. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, we have been living in falsehood since 1914. Tabatẹ̀ yọ gbogbo 1914 títí di 1960. Tabatẹ̀ ní àfìyẹ́sẹ̀gbẹ̀ àhàngẹ̀ a sì máa lọ revisit ẹ̀. Tabatẹ̀ tó wá yọ láti 1960 títí di 1999 káfíṣẹ́gbẹ̀. Èyí tá tún wá ń lò láti 23 years bàbá yìí sọ pé ẹ bá máa rojọ́ títí dọ̀la nothing is going to change in Nigeria because ẹjọ́ yìí làwọn náà ti ń rò tó fi dàgbà ẹjọ́ yìí ni wọ́n rò títí tí àgbà fi dé wá bá wọn ẹjọ́ yìí náà làwọn kan rò títí tó dolówó nínú Nàìjíríà ẹjọ́ yìí làwọn kan rò tí wọ́n dolówó ẹjọ́ yìí lọ́rò tó fi jẹ́ lómi ìgbé ẹjọ́ yìí lọ́rò and so on and so forth. So anybody is just saying, you know what, ọlọ́run á bá wa ṣe jàre wàhálà yín pẹ̀yìn ọmọ Yorùbá nation yẹn má dààmú ọlọ́run ẹ̀fọ́ náà sílẹ̀ o ọlọ́run mọ bó ṣe ń tò ètò ẹ̀ o. ṣérù yẹn náà làwa náà fẹ́. Let's go back. ẹja gbọ́n tó sọ níbí.
Actual analysis can never be.
ó ní I think I've gone too far. Let's go back a little bit.
We will never have a constitution that conjures the loyalty of the people. Continuous, endless intellectual analysis.
Continue endless intellectual analysis. Ká máa ṣe conference, Zoom meeting lórí constitution. Ká máa ṣe debate lórí election. Ká máa ṣe debate. Ṣé Nàìjíríà máa dá? Kò ní dá? Ṣé yà ń jẹ yín? A máa fix ẹ̀. A máa ṣe títì. A máa fún yín níná. And that is endless conversation tó ti ń lọ láti 1999. Bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn kan ìyẹn náà dà ìbí ká sọ̀rọ̀ for 4 years àti ok ṣé wọn náà máa ṣé o fi jẹ senator mo tẹ̀ ní àǹtí mi kan I'm sure pé wọ́n fún wọn ní tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì nísìn tí bá kọ̀ rántí wọn ẹ̀rẹ̀ á máa pa mí wàhálà tó ṣe kò ń ṣe kékeré wàhálà tó ṣe pé wàá gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì àwọn politician tẹ́ pé bàbá tó bá sọ pé 419 times 3 grandma mi ló máa ń sọ yẹn wọ́n ní kò multiply 419 by 3 I'm sure pé wọ́n ti jókòó síbi kan nísìn bí i also support Yorùbá nation kò tẹ̀ yé mi because staunch member ìkànnà àwọn political party yẹn ni wọ́n staunch member wàhálà tó ṣe gbogbo ìgbà ló ń lọ Nàìjíríà àwa woman leader woman leader I'm sure but ìgbàgbọ́n wọn sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ báyìí nísìn. Because these politicians are criminals. These politicians are selfish interests. And a lot of them are Yoruba politicians, won't allow them to speak out the truth. Wọ́n ní jẹ́ kó sọ̀tọ̀. Because inú Nàìjíríà náà ni kòkó ọbẹ̀ politician wà. So ìwọ tí o wá ń dúró de one kind of miracle. Bàbá yìí sọ pé intellectual debate kò lè fixi ọ̀rọ̀ constitution yìí. Gbọ́dọ̀ constitution ni bàbá yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí and the same thing goes lórí self-determination. Intellectual debate ká sọ̀rọ̀ títí di ọ̀túnla mẹ́wàá nothing is going to change. Ká sọ̀rọ̀ láti sìn títí di another 4 years pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ ká máa engage it's good for all that but it will not change the course of being part of Nigeria. You're right. The constitution is a premeditated plan to oppress the citizenry. I know that God will deal with them sooner than later. Very good. Let's go back.
Can never lead to change. The resolve for a change is discernible from the contributions we've had here. The mechanics and the extent of change can only be involved in a smaller group. And in that small group, if there is clear...
Ṣàrí bèbí tẹ́ ń wò yìí. Bóun ṣe máa lọ káàkiri tó máa interview gbogbo wọn nìyẹn. Ṣàrí bóyá serious pa. Ó dé kìíní sí mú. Mo tẹ̀ rántí orúkọ ẹ̀ mọ́. Òun máa gbélé tó da nísìnyí àtọ́ condition sórí. Tọ́ba tó tútù ní ìdẹ̀wá tó pè wá. Ó dà pé wọ́n mọ̀rọ̀ sọ dáadáa. Irú àwa nísìnyí wọn ní pé wà jọ wọ́n mọ̀ pa àwa against the government. Tó bá yẹ pé mi náà wà moderate tí mo kì í bú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ó possible pé bọ́ ṣe wá London ẹni sìn wọ́n lè ní kí wọ́n interview Tinubu wọ́n dẹ̀ máa sọ tó máa sọ níwájú mi tí mo gbọ́ wọ́n máa fún mi ní question tí máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ àti tí mo ní béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ so tẹ́ bá rírọ àwọn ilé nísìn tẹ́rí bóyá di pẹ́ẹ́nì mú báyìí nísìn bọ́lẹ̀ kájà media ló pọ̀ jù ní gbogbo wọn bọ́yìí wọn yẹn iṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ tó ń ṣe ẹ nísìn ó fi ń rọra mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ayé ẹ̀ ni gbogbo wọn lọ́mọ ìyẹn bèbí kàdírà ṣé kàdírà ló ń jẹ́ àbí kí ló ń jẹ́ ẹ bó serious pa pé nǹkan sọ yìí nǹkan ṣe ẹni bá rí nísìnyí ọmọ nǹkan sọ yóò serious pa ẹ wojú ẹ bóyá rí bóyá wà nísìnyí Àbújá ló ń gbé láyé kò ní lọ sí ìlú ẹ bó ṣe wà yẹn because ìlú ọ̀ safe kí ló fẹ́ lọ mú nílùú ẹ Ahmed Kadira àbí kíní kan ló ń jẹ but irú àwa tá à ń sọ pé ká pín ní Sunday irọ́ ẹ bá lọ bá Koiki o ẹ má lọ bá Koiki well way forward náà là ń discuss yìí way forward in terms of ìkóhùn ṣe way forward kí ni way forward let us discuss way forward ṣe etí mo sọ ṣe erépa ni mo ń ṣe níbí ìbí way forward náà là ń sọ ṣé ẹ̀yin understand the èmi kan tí mo jẹ́ kàtẹ́wà lánàá díẹ̀ gan ṣé a mọ̀ pé constitution yẹn làgbákò ẹlòmíì ò tí ì mọ̀ pé constitution yẹn làgbákò ara way forward náà nìyẹn so that tẹ́yìn náà bá argue pẹ̀lú àwọn ignorant tó wà ládùúgbò yín tó jókòó sábẹ́ igi pọ̀pọ̀ tó mu painpain tó ń fa tábà ẹ lè máa sọ pé ẹni tí Koiki sọ ó ní constitution yẹn pé kò lè possible pé Tinubu máa fi tún ṣe ẹ̀rí ọ̀dẹ̀ máa sọ jẹ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ ẹ̀já ó máa dá sí rọ́ọ̀fù ó kàn máa dá sí rọ́ọ̀fù ní bíá parlour talk tẹ bá argue pẹ̀lú anybody nísìnyí pé Àtíkù ò lè rí kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú kan Àtíkù bàbá ó ti wáyé pé Àtíkù sì máa lọ sí senate láti jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ láti kọ́kọ́ náà fi change the constitution yẹn senate ló máa change ẹ̀ so tẹ bá ń béèrè pé way forward ara way forward náà là ń discuss yìí ṣé n tí mo sọ kò ń ṣe way forward ni it's part of the way forward because you still have the gullible Yorubas tó ń rò pé tí Tinubu bá débẹ̀ ó kàn máa change the constitution yẹn even ẹni tó ní làákàyè tó Tinubu gan because bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ Ọ̀bọ̀lágídò yẹn ó sì ní làákàyè díẹ̀ ju Tinubu lọ because Ọbásanjọ́ was part of the system because ó ṣèjọba ológun rí kó tó di pé wọ́n lọ mú jáde lẹ́wọ̀n nígbà tá Abacha ò rí pa bóyá ìwọ la ó dà pé ìwọ ó dà pé orí ẹ̀ pé díẹ̀ ó yá wọlé wọ́bẹ̀ ọkọ̀ lè lọ́wọ́ ọ̀dà gbádàbò àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ tó fi di pé everybody ní Ọbásanjọ́ kò síbi tó ti mọ̀ tí lọ sọ fún kó bá yín dá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ẹ fi pọ̀ Bọ́lágídò yẹn máa bá yín dá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ó ti sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà nẹ́ẹ̀sì òun bẹ́tà ju Yorùbá nẹ́ẹ̀sì lọ so kílẹ̀ wá ní tí máa sọ pé kẹlẹ́ Ọbásanjọ́ àwọn kan ní ẹ má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọbásanjọ́ dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ lábẹ́lẹ̀ o abẹ́lẹ̀ fáwọn fámìlì ẹ̀ so kí là ń sọ nísìnyí pé constitution tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ fún yín òun làwa fẹ́ destroy in just 3-4 years nítorí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín kò understand the constitution yẹn pé òun ní àgbákò tí wọ́n gbélé wa lórí for 23 years but nítorí pé àtẹni tó ń jẹ nínú Nàìjíríà àtẹni tó jẹ we always look up to Nigeria thinking that it will favour every one of us but àwa rántí pé nǹkan kan wà tó ń pè ní constitution tí kò ní jẹ́ kó favour wa and that is why today nobody is that constitution favourable to. Let's finish this and we move straight to the next part.
Fair representation of all shades of opinion and of all areas of Nigeria. I believe a compromise is possible.
Only the compromise. Only kini the compromise. Àti mú yẹn kúrò, ẹja mélé kúrò, ẹja ṣe fojú bàbá yìí sílẹ̀. Let's take this off. Àti mọ̀ meaning autonomy. So now going back to this document, why amendment of the 1999 Constitution must include referendum, regional autonomy by Mr. Femi Emmanuel. Okay. Academy autonomy. At you understand meaning autonomy. Tani Babato Tensoro Igon, presiding pastor of the Living Spring Chapel International, Pastor Femi Emmanuel, who is the National Director of Politics and Governance, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, okay, made the disclosure at the press conference in Ibadan, Oyo State, ahead of the 2022 annual World Lifting Conference, tagged Living Proof, organized by the domination which hold from December 12 to 12 to 18, 2022. So what they did a program here, but they had a press conference. Okay, at the Dominion City Aduloju bus stop along Iwo Road, Ojo Express, ìyẹn ní ìlú Ìbàdàn. His words, kò ń ṣe èmi ni mo sọ o, this constitution should not be passed until we have a referendum clause included and also state or regional autonomy. Nigeria cannot survive with 36 different state governments. The country does not have such resources. Even now, we are in debt and interest payment supersedes our revenue. I want you to take note of that. I'll come back to that. Only we are paying more interest on the low. Ṣẹ́rí gbèsè tí Nàìjíríà ń jẹ àìtẹ́ tí tọwọ́ bọ̀ yẹn rárá. Our debt gbèsè tí ó wà lórí Nàìjíríà àìtí ìfọwọ́kàn yẹn gbogbo ń ta ṣe ń touch so far òun ni interest wà lórí ẹ̀. Okay, Yawani is even only the pastor who is so truthful to talk about the lies about the constitution, which we must also say thank you to him. Because àwọn tó kù, Kadara Ahmed, she's from Zamfara, ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹni tó fún wa ní details arábìnrin yẹn. So kí ni mo fẹ́ mú jáde ni pé bàbá yìí fi tó wa létí nísìnyí pé for even the constitution to be valid, it must have a referendum clause and it must also have state or regional autonomy. The constitution plus the amalgamation, the rigging of the first election, fraudulent foundation is the problem of Nigeria. No, yeah, definitely it is not about the constitution alone. But èmi kọ́ tẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ti ẹ padà sẹ́ èmi mi sọ fún pé kákọ̀ hangi yẹn ní àgbàgbé ẹ̀ a ní láti 1914 títí dé 1960 ká hangẹ̀ ẹ kàn bá mi sórí ẹ bá mi fi sórí hanga kí n máa wò níwájú mi a dẹ̀ ní láti 1960 títí dé 1999 a máa hangẹ̀ but we will always come back to that. Àníṣe èyí tó ń hold wa náà láti 1999 títí di wákàtí àwa Yorùbá nation kọ́ la hold ayé yín àwa tá à ń polongo Yorùbá nation kọ́ ní hold ayé yín àwa là ń sọ pé àníṣe constitution tó ń bẹ lórí wa àgbákò ni fake ni kò wà amendable and this is exactly what our father here is also telling us. So let's continue. So we can't pass a constitution that does not give each state or zone the power to secure their borders themselves. Ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí border rí Ọlọ́run kúkú ṣe pé mo rí àníyàn bàbá ìpò máa sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ border pé border wa ṣe ó wà porous bàbá yóò tí sọ pé òun máa ṣe press conference tó máa sọ fún yín pé tí o bá ti ní border pé o ló ń control ẹ̀ o nílùú. If you do not have a border, and I explain in details, just go on my YouTube and you will see that at exactly 13 minutes past 5 p.m. Friday, December the 9th, 2022. I welcome each and every one of you into the live transmission. Tí o bá ti ní border pé ìwọ kọ́ ló ń control border, forget it. You are not in control of that whatever state. So tá a bá ń sọ pé a ní governor kọ́ ló ń control border because bí governor yìí ṣe wà nísìnyí ó ní àwọn kankan tí kò gbọdọ̀ ṣe nítorí pé center ń sọ fún pé kò gbọdọ̀ gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn. Governor yóò lè ra AK-47 nísìnyí láti fi protect your state. Ṣìbá Akérédolú fẹ́ dánwò wọ́n sọ pé tó bá dánwò pẹ́rẹ́ Garba Shehu lásán ló kọ lẹ́tà sí Akérédolú. Imagine the spokesperson of a government ó kọ lẹ́tà sí odindi governor ilẹ̀ Yorùbá or governor Nàìjíríà tó bá yẹ pé ìlẹ̀ ní ká lò ó sọ fún pé tó bá dánwò pẹ́rẹ́ pé ó lọ́ọ́ ṣe kíni ó lọ́ọ́ ń ra ìbọn ní Ondo state fáwọn àmọ̀tẹ́kùn káyí pẹ́kẹ́ káyí ṣége pàǹtà Akérédolú náà ṣe kíni ó yà lọ́la sẹ́ńpẹ́ bóyá wàá padà rà tá a mọ́ tó tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ èmi ò lè sọ. But he will be stupid to listen to this fraudulent Fulani government. Ìyẹn bàbá Akérédolú ni mò ń sọ̀rọ̀. I hope you can deliver the message to you pé mo rò pé bàbá yẹn ò stupid because wọ́n sọ fún wa pé lọ́ọ̀yà ni bàbá yẹn náà because ní north fúnra wọn gan ní Katsina ní Kaduna wọ́n ra AK-47 fáwọn tó jẹ́ ọlọ́dẹ wọn àtàwọn security kìíní wọn lọ́hùn wọ́n wá ń sọ fáwọn nísàlẹ̀ pé ẹ má ra AK-47 o ẹ kó ṣakabula láwọn àmọ̀tẹ́kọ̀ àwa gbé ṣakabula dání táwọn yẹn gbé tó gbé èso dání tó yẹ pé èso á máa lọ tátátátátátátátátátátá tó máa dún tátátátátátátá tó bá báyàn lórí báyìí orí ẹ̀ máa ya sí méjì ni ṣe rí i pé constitution burúkú yìí òun ni kò jẹ́ ká Akérédolú ṣe kí ni. So what I'm trying to bring out on this conversation without reading adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa o at least ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa ìyẹn bàbá wa PFN ẹ ṣé gan ni sà ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ thank you so much daddy at least ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ láyà ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ láyà yẹn and when you talk about that shit o constitution òun lélẹ̀ Nigeria Constitution of 1999 hey Constitution Nigeria hey that is the problem and let me remind you this guy
is the credo of our republic. It says unity and faith, peace and progress. The truth is, whatever a man sows,
he shall reap.
The same he will reap.
Okay.
And that goes for a family.
Mm-hmm.
That goes for a tribe.
Okay.
That goes for a nation.
Like the Federal
and
Republic.
That goes for a multinational republic such as Nigeria.
Okay.
When a nation or republic cannot keep faith with justice and with the truth, it will never achieve unity. It will never achieve peace. And it will never achieve progress. Mr. President, sir, one of us quoted from this constitution and went ahead to make prescription for how to move forward. I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to do.
Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ tó important. Ẹ wo Shehu Sani lókè. Ẹ wo Shehu Intọ́tẹ̀nsẹ̀ ọ̀tẹ̀ kan rárá. Ó jáde tán nísìn. Ẹ lọ sórí Twitter nísìn. He'll be writing all kind of garbage. Ẹ wo Shehu Sani ẹ ṣe gan yawa Pastor Momo. And you say, Mr. Koiki, it is not a matter of being bold. It is truthful. A lot of the so-called pastors and GOs are not truthful to their congregation. Okay. Ẹ wo Shehu Sani, wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ tí kò ní mú unity, peace and progress. Ẹ wo Shehu, ẹ wo àwọn bàbá tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ́, àwọn yẹn kàn jẹ́ chewing gum láti wọn, wọ́n ti di àgbàlagbà oyè sínú senate. Ẹni gbogbo wọn bó ṣe jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́ pé bàbá ètò bá sọ tó ń sọ tán kó gẹ́ kó jágbàjàgbà lọ́jà rí. Everybody knows bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àmọ̀tẹ́kùn oníṣàkàbùlà àwọn kan gbé AK-49 dání àwọn kan gbé ṣàkàbùlà dání l'Ondo State má ṣe o. We are all been told lies. Ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n tí bàbá yìí sọ tán ó yá kílẹ̀ ń sọ bàbá ó yá gbọ́n yín.
If this republic to have peace and progress, what do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68.
Ẹ wo bí Ahmed Lawan òun ni the current Senate president ẹ bó ṣe ń wò pé àwọn ẹ̀yin Yorùbá yìí ẹ má rò pé gbọ́n ẹ mọ̀wé kàbí ibi báyìí láti máa dín pẹ̀lú gbogbo yín orí senate floor yìí ni ìwọ tó o bá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa we will deal with you even if some of them have good intention to rectify some of the problems. Ẹ wo senate president tẹ́lẹ̀ listen rather ẹ wo kó tó di senate president ẹ wo ṣe ń wo bàbá yẹn ẹ wo bó ṣe ń wo pé ẹ̀yin Yorùbá ẹ̀yin bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ kàwé ó dá á dì pẹ̀lú yín ní orí senate floor láti máa dì pẹ̀lú ra wa.
On the exclusive list, this constitution has only 12.
Láti bí almost 2 minutes Shehu Sani àtẹ̀ntọ́ ń bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ kó tẹ́wọ́ dá ìgbójú sókè kí ló ń sọ bàbá ìtọ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ tán kó get the hell out of here jókòó jáde.
On the concurrent list, and those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent lists. That is why those who want unity and peace in Nigeria must first remember that the name of our republic is not just Nigeria. The formal name of this republic is Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, we don't run a federalist system in Nigeria. Otherwise, what is so unique about all those things that are in the exclusive list? We used to have a parliamentary system. And then we wanted unity, we wanted peace, we wanted progress, and we therefore said we are going to go with a presidential system. Honestly, there are many presidential systems in the world that have peace and progress. I can't quarrel with that. But we must put in place the same safeguards that presidential system across the world put in place so that you can have what it needs to run the society. In this chamber, we try to federalize the police system. In this chamber, we failed. We failed because we didn't summon the courage, the wisdom, the tenacity of purpose, and the vision and the understanding.
Sherry Saleh, our expression facing Ahmed Lawan, the now current Senate president. Our expression ó kàn rẹ́rìn kò lè rẹ́rìn síta because ó mọ̀ pé kámẹ́rà yẹn ó ń fèsì bàbá yìí ó dẹ̀ ń pick ó smart bó ṣe wà yẹn o but I'm sure pé nínú àkọ́mọ̀ pé ó mà ṣe o look another Yoruba man idiot talk. I'm sure he's just laughing at that man just as a lot of people are thinking that laughing at us asking yeah, you're right. This senator was saying this even before the current Senate president, and nothing has been done about it again. Has he come out to say this again or being paid to keep? I'm not sure whether this man is still there anyway. I'm not sure whether he's still a senator. But at least Ahmed Lawan is the current Senate president. You're right. 68 exclusive items untouchable. And some people don't understand these things that went up. Hello, me understand that you can be what is the way forward. The way forward, not the ká dá dúró bí Yoruba nation. But for those that are still not understanding that a new term of a president cannot change this constitution. But the Nigerian National Assembly is a playing ground and business center. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe pàtàkì. Ẹ wo reaction àwọn tó wà ní gbogbo the corners àwọn 1 2 3 4 5 àti Ahmed Lawan. Look at them. They are not taking it serious. Because inú kòkó ọbẹ̀ wọn nìyẹn. So táwa wá ṣẹ̀ wá ń sọ nísìnyí pé sẹ́ in tí wọ́n ti run for 1999 which is 23 years. Ó wà lára táwa fẹ́ make sure pé we shut down by saying that fẹ́ ṣe part of Nigeria anymore. We want our right to self-determination a fẹ́ lọ wọ́rọ́wọ́ àfẹ́jà o ẹ fún wa ní right wa o ẹ fún wa lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ wa o but ǹjẹ́ ẹ rò pé ẹ̀tọ́ yìí máa wá ǹjẹ́ ẹ rò pé wọ́n máa fún wa ní ẹ̀tọ́ yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ìbéèrè ni o èmi ò mọ̀ wọ́n ní tá a mọ̀ ọ́ kó wá sọ ní kíákíá kó wá sọ ní wàrà ṣẹṣà kó wá sọ tá a mọ̀ ọ́ kó wá sọ tá a mọ̀ ọ́ kó wá sọ tá a ní mọ̀ ọ́ kó wá sọ tá a ní mọ̀ ọ́ kó wá sọ. I am saying now, once again, let's go back.
Understanding of what is making nations across the world to work. A man from Otuko was the DPO in my local government when I was chairman. The man did not speak Igbo in an Igbo local government. The man did not speak Yoruba in a Yoruba local government. Every crime is local.
Okay.
And the solution to every crime is local.
Okay.
The earlier that senators in Nigeria summoned the courage to say, we should not continue to deceive ourselves. I know that police is costly. If we are going to allow some states to have police according to their own wishes, therefore, we must revisit the revenue formula, such as more money go to states. States are where the people live. States are where the problems occur. States are where local ingenuity can be brought to solve local problems.
We've had enough from this man. Thank you so much. He's a former Senator Adeyeye, as he films on this fraudulent document known as the 1999 Constitution. Coming back now to reality. Should we allow election to go ahead again using this document? Can it change anything in our lives? It will make our life miserable. It will make our life ungovernable. Our freedom will still not be there. There will be no rule of law to protect you and me. And that is why we are saying, why not just take a breather and ask yourself, can any of the political party change this constitution? I am not talking about amendment now, okay? Because I have given you in the last 1 hour 54 minutes of this program that there is nothing called amendable. So don't come and argue with us. No, they cannot amend anything, okay? But ìwọ náà wò lọ́kàn ààrẹ, ìwọ náà sọ sínú ààrẹ, ìwọ náà gbé yẹ̀wò pé ǹjẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ constitution yìí tí a bá tún lọ lò ó ní 2023 ó wà amendable débi pọ́tẹ̀ mọ́ ní wọ́n máa fún yín ní referendum, wọ́n máa fún yín ní autonomy, because ara tí àwọn olóṣèlú sọ fún àwọn Ọ̀hánìzè Afẹ́nifẹ́re, I don't know about the northern part, pé a máa fún yín ní nǹkan kan tó máa tẹ́ yín lọ́rùn, ẹ̀yẹn kò support wa, ẹ̀yẹn kò endorse wa. I don't know what Peter Obi have told àwọn bàbá Afẹ́nifẹ́re tí wọ́n fi endorse ẹ̀, or àwọn kan wò pé nítorí pé Igbo ni máa lọ sọ Igbo ló yẹ kí n máa sọ yẹ Igbo tí jẹ́ president in Nigeria rí, so that means pé ó máa da káwọn náà jẹ president bí àtọ́ bá wá jẹ́ o kí gbogbo àṣẹ wàá jókòó pé a ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́ I don't know but what I know is àwọn bàbá yẹn they have told them lies láti 1999 the politicians were smart àwọn politicians outsmart gbogbo àwọn tá à ń pè ní Afẹ́nifẹ́re àti Ọ̀nàyìnzè àwọn politicians yẹn wọ́n outsmart wọn pẹ̀lú àwọn tilẹ̀ middle belt lókè lọ́hùn by giving them the impression that ẹ̀yẹn kò support wa ní o tá bá ti débẹ̀ a máa lọ gbé gbogbo ẹ̀yẹ̀ wò a máa review ẹ̀ ṣèbáwa la máa wà níjọba and truly PDP were there for 16 years 16 good years. And well, it is easy for anybody to write if we don't deal with this, if we don't deal with that. We don't need to write that now. You can just make your own by putting things together and get it done. That's all. But everybody is expecting somebody to take charge. Everybody is expecting somebody, yeah. But my job here from the media perspective is just to take those that are still in the loop where one political party will change that 1999 constitution. Nobody among all these political parties can change it. You know why? Because anyone ever go in the Senate floor. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa heritage ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. So if anybody tó bá rò pé 1999 constitution tí APC bá débẹ̀ tí PDP bá débẹ̀ tí Sowore bá débẹ̀ tí Peter Obi bá débẹ̀ tí Kwankwaso bá débẹ̀ they will change that constitution to favour those that are asking for the right to self-determination. Not to talk about those that are not even asking. It's not going to make any amendment. Kò ní fún yín ní ọlọ́pàá tó máa protect yín ní state yín because the constitution presently does not give room for you to have a state police. Just as Senator Adeyeye was filming there. Pé ẹ̀ ń gbé ọlọ́pàá wá tó ò gbọ́ Yorùbá wá sí ìgbómìnà. You will not get that state policing. So pé Tinubu bá débẹ̀ ó máa di president ó máa fún yín ní state police irọ́ lẹ̀ ń pa. Kò lè fún yín ní state police because only the constitution láti approve ẹ̀. Òun ò lè lo executive power lé lórí. Pé ẹ lọ dá state police sílẹ̀ ní Lagos state. Ẹ lọ dá state police sílẹ̀ ní Cross River ní Abia ní Kaduna ní Katsina ní Zamfara láti make sure pé gbogbo àwọn tó ń dà wá láàmú àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń dà wá láàmú because the message always is àwọn Yorùbá gangan ló ń ṣe wàhálà àwọn ló ń jalè àwọn ló ń pààyàn by some of the gullible bloggers out there. They are not saying that it's not terrorism. Báwọn Yorùbá náà kidnap tipẹ́tipẹ́ ni Yorùbá ti ń jalè. But can we have a state police to make sure that àwọn tó ń jalè yẹn inú prison ni wọ́n máa kú sí or inú prison ló máa wà tó máa ti wà reformed. So think about it ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń support àwọn olóṣèlú yìí torí pé ìyà máa jẹ tó rorò sí gbogbo yín lára. Àwọn tó ń dà yín láàmú ní state àwọn ìjọba tó bá wọlé will protect them. As an example, we will still have the same shenanigans that has occurred in all the Yoruba land where the rule of law is not working for some. Bólówó bá fi mọ́tò gbáyàn lálẹ́ nísìn ní between Èkó sí Ìbàdàn pẹ̀lú convoy ẹ̀ kò ní dúró ó lọ nìyẹn because wọ́n á máa sọ fún yín pé olówó ni kò gbọ́dọ̀ dúró kí ló fẹ́ dúró fún ẹni tó dẹ̀ gbá bó bá dé police station probability wà pé òun náà máa arrest mọ́lẹ̀. And that is why I am reviewing again this constitution. because we have people that are intellectual and they are sitting behind the fence saying tí Tinubu bá lọ débẹ̀ ó máa kọ̀ kó àwọn team jọ tó máa make Nigeria better, at least àwọn èèyàn ní lọ Dubai mọ́ lọ máa ṣiṣẹ́, agreed. Tí Àtíkù bá débẹ̀ ìyẹn tẹ̀ mọ́ ń pa owó ó máa ṣe business, everybody ayé wa máa dá, we know. Tí Peter Obi bá débẹ̀ production kì í produce ni a ṣe ń jẹ̀yà ìtorí tí yẹn campaign yẹn pé we have to be a producing country, but nobody is talking about the constitution tó fi ṣe gbogbo kínní. Lórí constitution wo ló ti máa ṣe gbogbo tó ń sọ yìí, nobody has talked about it. Bóyá spirit kan máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ sínú Nàìjíríà, because Ọbásanjọ́ that we would have thought that he was so powerful, Baba Obolagido yẹn, that's what I call him. He was so powerful that you would think that Ọbásanjọ́ ṣe débẹ̀ pé at least àárín kankan ṣe, òun ló ń lọ lọ́nkàn yẹn nísìn, ó ti di gọ̀lúgọ̀lú lẹ́yìn kan máa lọ kíní ní ọ̀tà lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ ń bẹ́ẹ̀ kó wẹ́kọ̀mù wọn kó dágbádá kó máa ṣẹnu kòkòkòkòkòkò káàkiri báyìí. Ọbásanjọ́ is powerful, ó ń solve problem ní Ethiopia, ó sì máa rí problem solve ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nítorí pé àwa ò ní gbà nǹkan tó àwọn ńlá ti kó sínú ẹ̀, because gbogbo àwọn bàbá burúkú yẹn àwọn ló kó wa débi tá a wà yìí. Ó dẹ̀ ti sọ jáde pé òun ò kí ń ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá anyway, ọ̀pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ o àti Bọ̀dé George gbogbo wọn ti dàgbà nísìnyàn wọ́n lè mo lè fún wọn ní 100 meters àbí 100 kọ́wà towards the end of the bar tí bá máa sì bí tiwọn. Àwọn ti lu ayé tiwọn pàó. And if you listen to him here, which I have one of his videos that we normally, just to remind you that he's thinking that ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ níbí báyìí ẹ rò pé bí eré là ń ṣe lórí platform, ṣé bí bàbá jẹ́gẹ́ bíbi tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣá tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀pọ̀n oko òbò tó bá yẹ pé ẹni mò ń sọ ní sí ojú àdúgbò yìí má ti dàrú àní lójú ti bí báyìí, but àwọn ń sọ nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ níbí, ọ̀rọ̀ bí ayé gbogbo wa bó ṣe máa dá tí àní máa wo àwọn òyìnbó gẹ́gẹ́ bí in tí wọ́n jẹ́ special being, because we are seeing them as people that are special. Ọlọ́run dá wọn náà ó dá wa náà dáadáa. Ẹ ṣe jàre tẹ́ bá mi mú ọ̀bọ yẹn wá síbẹ̀ yẹn, let's go, let's hear Babalagido yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ lọ mú fídíò yẹn jáde. Ó ti sọ fún yín pé ẹ̀yin rò pé òun máa wá bá yín sáré. Ní àwọn mọ̀kàn ti fẹ́ lè yí, we know we are failing you. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀n tó sọ níbí Babalagido yẹn.
Now you see, you Obina, you have everything going for you.
Ó ń sọ fún Obina, ó ń sọ fún ìwọ ọmọ Yorùbá, ìwọ ọmọ Hausa, ìwọ ọmọ Bídúbẹ̀ pé you have everything going for you. Bóun ṣe wà nísìn kò sí ìlú tó bá Ọbásanjọ́ ò lè lọ bó ṣe wà yẹn, they welcome him because, well, according to them, he is a respected former president of Nigeria. Ó travel ju kí ló dálẹ̀ lọ bó ṣe wà yẹn. Kò sí ìlú tó lè dé bó ṣe wà yẹn tó ní welcome because àgbàlagbà oyè ní àgbàlagbà wo ni bàbá yìí bó ṣe wà yẹn. Ó ti bá wọn mú nǹkan, ti bá wọn jẹ káàkiri, so they must always respect him. Ó ṣe bá wọn parí ìjà ní Ethiopia ni o, ìjà wà nínú ilé ẹ̀ tó ń breed up, ìjà wà tó fẹ́ break in Nigeria, but Sultan of Sokoto sọ pé kò lè break in Nigeria. Bàbá yóò sọ sí, but ó ń sọ fún yín pé you have everything going for you. Koiki, I'm sure pé òun náà máa bú èmi bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe ń bù. Pé o rò pé òun expect, I'm sure pé àwọn tó jẹ́ ọba, àwọn friends Ọbásanjọ́ tó bá wò mí níta ni ọmọ kan wà Koiki, òun náà lè bú mi padà. Bàbá burúkú yìí mo ti pàdé ẹ̀rí ni mo mọ tó lè ṣe ni. So ẹ má sọ fún mi, wọ́n mọ ní àtìyàwó ẹ̀ jagbajagba tó gbéra wọn sínú ilé yẹn nígbà tí mo lọ sí Ìbògùn. So don't come here and think that I don't know what I'm talking about. Èmi rìn díẹ̀ níwọ̀nba kékeré tí mo ti ń lọlé láti 2015 at least ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì ni mi dé Ìbògùn, ọ̀kadà ni mo dẹ̀ gbé débẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ lé evidence ẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ kí bàbá wa ọba tó ń bẹ ní àdúgbò yẹn, ọba dáadáa lọ́ba yẹn. So don't think I sit here and say Obolagido more money, because mo dé ìlú bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ Ìbògùn, mo dé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, mo dẹ̀ bá wọn promote ibẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ gba £1 kọ́ jáde kọ́ lọ pé àwọn sanwó fún Koiki, at least mo ṣe live broadcast níbẹ̀. Then the olè senator yín tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ nísìn onífìlà gogoro Ìbùkún Amósùn was the governor. Wasteful society. Mọ́tò tó kọ́ dé ìyẹn governor afẹ́lẹ́ 50 ìtọ́fin ṣe kò yé mi. Everybody just want to follow the governor. Governor ni o. Òun ló ń lọ níwájú yẹn nísìn ìyẹn ya gbọ́n ó ṣe gbogbo Abẹ́òkúta gbogbo àwa táwọn gbé níjẹ̀bú nísìn ó ya dàwánù kò tẹ̀ ṣe títì kò ṣe kankan. Mad country all over the place. A máa ṣojú òpó nísìn so that kí ẹ̀yin náà láǹfààní àti sọ kọ́bọ̀kọ́bọ̀ tí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa. Ẹja agbọ́n tó sọ Yoruba you have everything going for you. Ẹja agbọ́n tó sọ.
Don't want you to feel discouraged.
Ó ní wọn fẹ́ ká feel discouraged. Ọbásanjọ́ ń bá gbogbo wa sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ní I don't want you to feel discouraged o. Pé òun ò rí 1999 constitution yẹn ò rí kankan. Kò rí àní kò Ọbásanjọ́ ò rí kankan ṣe sórí constitution yẹn sẹ́ẹ̀. The 1999 constitution tó ń da gbogbo wa láàmú kó tó di pé a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation because a sọ Yorùbá nation tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn kan ti ń sọ pé constitution burúkú yóò jẹ́ ká rọ́nà lọ. Ọbásanjọ́ ò rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí. So ìwọ wá ń rò pé Tinubu bá débẹ̀ àrí nǹkan ṣe sí. Ìwọ rò pé Tàtíkù bá débẹ̀ àrí nǹkan kan ṣe sí. Ó wá ń rò pé tí. Mr. Koiki, what you're saying is correct, but the God let our brothers and sisters realize before it is too late, because if Yoruba were still in one Nigeria, it's very, very dangerous. Wọ́n ní kò wà dangerous. Wọ́n ní tí Tinubu bá Jagaba on your mandate we shall. Ó ń jójó ẹlẹ́lẹ́yà on the constitution ẹ jẹ́ bóto ìyà. On your mandate we shall. Àwọn rògbòdò fìlà kan àǹdé fìlà táwọn aṣọ là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn náà ti ń dúró dè yín. Wá fi yín jófin bọ̀ àwọn ò ní dúró dè yẹn ni. On your mandate, Bọ́lá on your mandate, Bọ́lá on your mandate. Àwọn wèrè. Wọ́n wò mí báyìí, wọ́n wà ní London báyìí, wọ́n wò mí báyìí. Ọ̀pọ̀ báyìí tó ń wò mí. Bọ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó lè sọ pé Tinubu bá débẹ̀ á change the constitution. Ẹni kọ́ wá argue fún wa kárí. Àfikọ́ ṣàmà kọrin. Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ ṣèjọba? Ó máa assemble àwọn tíì bó ṣe assemble ẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ó bá Ọbásanjọ́ fa wàhálà. Àwọn mùmú. Yes, Iyami Faith David. It is real shame that people are not reasoning right. How can people in their right sense think they can rule under the fraudulent constitution? It is really sad for God's sake. They will get it when the temp starts. Nobody will tell them to buckle up. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn lérí ibú. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ in tó ti di ayé gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà mú 206 million of us. And only 49 people wrote that document that is called the military decree. Ẹ wá rà Abdulsalam bá ìyẹn ti wá gbọ́n tiẹ̀ nísìn peace accord ló máa ń ṣe ẹ má jà o oya Sowore Sowore awana Sowore awana Sowore weary people all over the place. Peter Obi come sign peace accord. Nobody will fight o peace accord sign it. Ìyẹn ní olórí burúkú Abdulsalam tẹ ká lagi mọ́ lórí. That man, wicked evil man. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí akọ̀lọ́ jí láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kan between now and then wọ́n sọ fún yín pé kù ti wà níta. Wọ́n á kọ́kọ́ nullify constitution yẹn because wọ́n mọ̀ pa ti tú àṣírí kan a ti ṣàlàyé constitution yẹn débi pé ẹlòmíì kan lójú oorun orí constitution báyìí ní sí pé constitution Nàìjíríà tètè yá sá lọ fún. So now tí military bá wọlé kí ló máa ṣe wọ́n kàn nullify ẹ̀ ni and that's all tọ́ba dẹ̀ ti nullify ẹ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tá constitution lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ máa fi bọ́ wọn lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ máa fi mú wọn mọ́ ẹja agbọ́n tí bàbá Alágídò yìí sọ jàre.
Please, things are bad in Nigeria, but I believe it's only for a short time because it depends on you. Whatever my generation might have done wrong, and I will be the first to admit that my generation has done a lot wrong.
Kò dẹ̀ ní da gbogbo àwọn generation yẹ kò ní da fún wọn. Wọ́n ti ní kí n máa ṣe pé oh my God ìyá mi dẹ̀ wà lórí live show. Ó dẹ̀ tún sọ fún mi pé ọ̀nkú mi kan náà tún sọ fún mi ọ̀nà ọ̀nkú mi kan ní àwọn máa ń wo Koiki o. pé wọ́n kàn ní kó sọ pé kí yẹn máa ṣépè mọ́ àwọn Koiki gan àwọn dẹ̀ láìkì Ìgbòho Ìgbòho ó fi gbogbo tó ní sílẹ̀ eléyìí ní ó ní generation wọn ti báyé jẹ́ ìpele ẹ̀ka máa fi tẹ̀lé wọn. ó ní I know my generation as àwọn lérí ibú. mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń bá wa ká lọ lórí ètò. We have just about an hour left tó bá ti di aago mẹ́fà fẹ́ lọ lò nísìnyí tó bá ti di aago méje gbáko so we have 1 hour 15 minutes tí wọn náà bá fẹ́ pè nọ́mbà yẹn ló ń wò lókè yẹn +44 ìyẹn ni code UK o gbọ́dọ̀ fi code yẹn sí WhatsApp only wàá wá pè 74 mọ́ wàá fi 04 sí wàá fi 40 sí wàá fi 99 sí wàá fi 17 sí fún wáyà pé ìwọ náà wà ní tó máa fẹ́ sọ kó tètè wá sọ. I know my generation o I know my generation has done wrong o àwa ń dúró de àwọn generation àwọn ilé kọ́ wá tún ayé tiwa ṣe. mo kí o gbẹ̀yìn tèmi jàre ẹ jẹ́ máa kí n dáadáa nísìnyí mo wà nú ẹ̀mí spirit message yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan so kò jẹ́ kí n ráyè kí gbogbo yín kò jẹ́ kí n nísìnyí mo ti bọ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀ ẹ̀mí dé bàbá pọ̀ fáwọn ní bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀nì aago 6 ló máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà wọn all leaders must die àwọn leaders burúkú mo kí yàrá ọ̀jọ́ra mo kí abẹ́ Emmanuel silver and gold have we not so let them be the one of their portion ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n tí Ọ̀bọ́lágídé sọ.
It's for your generation to do it better.
Only generation wa ló máa do it better. Lórí irọ́, he was in the government for 8 years. Kò rí kankan ṣe lórí constitution yẹn. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ third term ni bàbá yẹn tún lé mú. Ó kàn ń di owó fún wọn ni. Ó ń di owó fún wọn ni. Àwọn kan ní ẹ ṣe ẹ̀ǹtẹ̀ bá wa fi messages ẹni tó bá mọ nọ́mbà yẹn bá wa fi síta kápínẹ̀ ẹ ṣe àyìnbá kẹ́ntì wọn. I think we have the first caller. Let's take the call and let's start with that. Hello, caller.
Hello, koikimedia.
Kò pé méjì. Any other one is a counterfeit. Kò dẹ̀ ń ta travel ticket o. Kì í sọ pé Koiki ọdún àpàtì ń ṣe travel because anybody can do anything. Èmi ò ta travel ticket mọ́ ìmọ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń lọ Amẹ́ríkà o. Yorùbá nation nìkan mo mọ̀ ń pẹ́ o. Tó o bá wà ṣíọ̀ tètè pè mí o. No going back ní sẹ́ẹ̀ bí àṣà bàbá mi Ìgbòho. No going back ní.
Wọ́n náà ti fail generation wọn ti fail lókù tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe. Yorùbá nation is the only solution.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Yes, we are not going back. Kíákíákíá ká tètè bọ́ sílẹ̀ wa ká máa ṣe tiwa lọ. Àwọn generation àwọn bàbá arúgbó yìí wọ́n sí mọ́.
Ó ti lulẹ̀.
Wọ́n máa gbá wọn kúrò lẹ̀ pátápátá.
Generation wọn ti lulẹ̀.
Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ máa bọ́ sójú iṣẹ́, wọ́n máa bọ́ sójú eré.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Yorùbá nation is the last solution. No going back.
No going back.
Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe.
Inshallah wa kudura to lie. Ẹ ṣé gan ni mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ olólùfẹ́ wa. Ibi báyìí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní pen and paper. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ mú kankan kúrò lórí pro. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ jókòó 3 hours kó má rí kankan mú jáde. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ rí kankan mú jáde. Mo kí gbogbo wa lọ́tún lósì lọ́la ní ìlú Ondo bí a ti ṣe sọ lẹ́ǹkan a máa gbé flyer yẹn síta láìpẹ́ rally ń bọ̀ ìyẹn rally tí à ń retí lágbára Elédùmarè lágbára àwọn tó láyé tó lọ́run ó máa wáyé ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀ mo mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń wo ọjọ́ yẹn pé ọjọ́ yìí súnmọ́ ó ń kà ẹ túbọ̀ ṣe sùúrù sí oṣù yìí náà lọ sọ fún wa mo rí àkàn tó ní wọn ní bàbá Akíntóyè tó sọ pé ìgbọ́lẹ̀ tí máa rí gbogbo àwọn news yẹn pé wọ́n ní kò ní sí kinní kan people just come up with all sorts. mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń wò wá ní the northern part of Nigeria. I greet all my brothers and sisters from the Biafra. We appreciate those of you on the Instagram, on Twitter. Like I said, ìdíjọ́ kan máa wà orí Twitter lákàn tí máa orí Twitter la máa jókòó sí tẹ́yìn náà ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ní Twitter account. And I'll announce ó lè jẹ́ lọ́la gan sẹ́ màá kàn wá máa ṣe program kékeré àdẹ́ni ká pàdé lórí Twitter ibẹ̀lẹ̀ ti máa pàdé wa. Hello caller ẹ mute background.
Brother, well done sir.
You're welcome sir.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun tẹ̀ ń ṣe
gbogbo wa jọ wà lórí ẹ̀ ní kò ṣe mí nìkan.
Olúwa ṣe ẹ wo advice mi fún àwọn èèyàn tó bá ń gbọ́ wa tó wà because ẹni tó wà nù yàrá kò lè rí ẹni tó wà ń ta kò lè rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń ta nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà especially nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó gba omi lójú èèyàn tó ń pààyàn lẹ́kùn ọ everyday ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé weapon táwọn pípì tó ń lò fún wa bàbá continue láti wà ní wọn Nàìjíríà in the next 5 to 7 years àwọn pípì máa pa Yorùbá rẹ because ó ti plan everything ó ti plan it down ṣé ní gbogbo nù Lagos State generally gbogbo Lagos kò sí ibi tẹ́ máa lọ gbogbo àwọn pípì yẹn àwọn olówó àwọn pípì gbà yẹn wọn wá ń kó mọ́pọ̀ gbogbo àwọn mọ́pọ̀ yẹn dẹ̀ ní Hausa ní gbogbo wọn Hausa everywhere tẹ́ bá dé nu bíi gate man o security o escort Hausa ní gbogbo wọn kọ́ dẹ̀ kó weapon dání mo wà ní kan lánàá my brother mo fẹ́ ra nǹkan ìyá ẹ̀ máa ń ta àwọn paraga nǹkan kan táwọn boys máa ń wù yìí mo dẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀yẹn like 10 minutes mo pọ̀ tó bá mi bẹ̀yẹn tó wá ra kókóró ń bẹ̀yẹn they are like 6 Hausa ní
àwọn náà wá dá nǹkan sára.
òyìnbó tẹ bá rọ òyìnbó kan tó ń sọ fún mi ra nǹkan kan ṣé láti yóò bá fẹ́ máa continue lé ta dẹ̀ sọ pé kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lọ táwọn kan dẹ̀ sì sọ pé Tinubu ló pọ̀ nígbà kò kan Tinubu bọ̀ kọ́wọ́ kan tó wà wájú Yorùbá ìláìbù tí tó ń gbà pa lọ sí i wọ́n máa balẹ̀ Yorùbá ìjẹ́ finally dábàá ti gba Yorùbá lè ṣàwọn Haúsá ìyàwó Fúlàní wọ́n máa kọ́ńkà Yorùbá tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa hàn ní jẹ́ ká gbé rí sókè nǹkan tó yẹ káwọn èèyàn máa wò nìyẹn láti fi kókó wo gbogbo resources wa kó wọ ẹ̀kọ́ tí wa kó wọ gbogbo wa àwọn náà kọ́ báyìí àwọn náà jọ̀gà lé wa lórí for how long la fẹ́ continue all this no matter how kí mẹ́gà àti jáde ẹ̀ tó máa kú ló máa pẹ́ tó bá máa yè ló máa yè kó tó máa tẹ̀ ló máa tẹ̀lé ọdún tí a bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yàn kan kọ́jà kẹ́ta ọgbẹ́ ẹ̀rú kọ́jà ọgbẹ́ àbá ọgbẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn àtúntò tó bá yá it's very bad láti tí yóò bá ní bùsí is very very bad àti ẹ̀ ní láti kọ́ tó jẹ lẹ́yìn kọ́ tẹ̀lé fún àwọn agbó tá a jẹ́ dúdú sí ní láti gidi ní ìtọ́kẹ́ yòókè àwọn ọmọ tá a fi sílẹ̀ lẹ̀ tá a fi náà ní ẹ̀wù kan tó wọ skul sọ ẹ̀wù kan tó jẹ́ tó tẹ́ bá gbà lálẹ́ àdìwìn ní 5 minutes ẹ̀dì náà tó náà tẹ̀jẹ̀ 5 minutes ẹ̀dì ṣe transfer owó sálárì dẹ́gbà tó fọ́ how long la fẹ́ kọ̀ sínú èlé àwọn bíbí ilẹ̀ ńkọ́ ni wọ́n lè ń kó lójoojú wọ́n lè ń kó lọ́nà àpamọ́ for what ní ìkọ́ tó jẹ́ pé ìkọ́ inú ilẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run dá gbogbo wa tí gbogbo wa tẹ́ tó yẹ pé gbogbo alẹ́ láti benefit bẹ̀ àwọn kan dẹ̀ wá gábà yìí lórí wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ di oyè nílé wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ di ògùn ìwògùn wọn wọ́n dẹ̀ fi àjà tó kù àwọn á ń dìbò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ẹrú ni wá for how long la fẹ́ kọ̀ sínú gbogbo ilé ẹ jẹ́ ká dáa gbọ́ ẹrú kí mẹ́gàrà àdìgbò jáde a máa jáde wọ́n bá ti ẹjọ́ wọn máa kú kókú ìwọ tó bá ti dira ìwọ ló mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tó kọjá bìkẹ́fù ó kọjá bìkẹ́fù yá ti pọ̀ jù ẹ bá bẹ́tẹ̀ lọ my brother a máa ṣàánú wa o.
ó mà ṣe o ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn ó ń bínú gidi mo lè rí pọ́ lọ́mọdúnwà kan tó wà níbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ojú òpó ti ṣí nọ́mbà yẹn òun ló wà lókè lórí screen yẹn kò ṣe má rí ni o ẹ̀yin náà farabalẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ síta ẹ̀kọ́ sínú ìwé tàbá ti ń ṣe program Koikemi náà ní tí mo fẹ́ sọ a ṣì wà live tẹ́ bá ti ń wò lọ́dọ̀ Wo TV kò ń ṣe live mọ́ mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa headline tó bá dẹ̀ ń lò èmi ò mọ̀ pa headline yẹn headline tèmi bá lò òun lèmi ń lò àwọn lè lo headline mi ìyẹn ò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú mi though I've told them they have to be very careful especially if I have not said a particular thing and they sometimes have to amend some of their headlines headline tèmi gangan òun ni eléyìí tí mò ń lò àwọn kan máa ń lo amendment 1999 constitution amendment làwọn máa ń lò lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn ẹgbẹ́ òsókè láti United Arab Emirates ìyá mi.
Mr. Quick.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
ọkọ iṣẹ́
àwa nìyẹn ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú ó lágbára.
ẹ jọ ọ̀rọ̀ mi pé gbogbo mi tí mo ní gangan inú olóyè gangan òun ni gúrúùpù mi wà ṣé ti gbé àwọn ní àwa ọmọ Yorùbá tó kù àwọn ni àwa ń dúró dè kọ́ fún wa ní date rally pé ókè o date ọjọ́ báyìí a máa jáde mega rally wa then like you always say that if it is just 1 million people that are ready we good to go. tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ náà tó bá fẹ́ gba nations it's not as if 10 million people ma come out at the same time one after the other take by time set go back to jáde then people will be coming out more people will be coming out more yes that's what people need wọ́n kàn need èèyàn tó máa front fún àwọn because at this junction we cannot lè dúró kí wọ́n bá yé ọmọ Yorùbá jẹ́ níbi tó ti bá yé wọ́n jẹ́
ẹ̀gbọ́n tí bàbá ẹ̀ sọ̀nà ẹ̀gbọ́n tí bàbá sọjọ́ sọ̀nà ó ní àwọn generation àwọn ti bá yé jẹ́.
kẹ́ imagine kí ọmọ Yorùbá náà sí káwọn náà ti wà lára àwọn tó máa ń ṣe street war don't ṣe wrong here and there. It's so sad. So sad. Tí bá gbọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá pé òun náà ń ṣe àwọn illegal iṣẹ́ yẹn. Bákan ni pé àwa tó yẹ pé bí Yorùbá bá ṣe máa ń ṣe bí ọmọ tó kọ́ nílé tí ò gbúdọ̀ máa ṣe yàmàyàmà. But this time around everything ti bàjẹ́ tán. Yorùbá kan ti dìdàkudà, Yorùbá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ bára, Yorùbá ti ń ṣe every nonsense thing. Like a friend of mine say, ẹni ẹ náà máa ń gbọ́ program. Ó text mi láàárọ̀. He's already in Nigeria. Àárọ̀ ẹ̀ ló kúrò ní Dubai pé òun lọ sílé because of that rally. Òun fẹ́ kó bá òun. Òun ò lè jókòó sí ìlú tó ń wá bíbá yìí kí wọ́n ja ogun ìlú wọn lẹ́yìn òun. Èdè ìlú lọ sílé. Èdè ìgbọ̀ngàn. So àwọn èèyàn ti ready. If na dúró dé, wọ́n fún wa ní date. Then everything bá fẹ́ get started. If everything get started at once, can slug get out. If I'm about to sọ fún wa now. Ó sọ wípé can slug get out. I'm gonna do so.
I must slug it out today. I must slug it out today. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi. Thank you so much. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin you listen to a lot of programs, and like I said, even though people have said to me, sometimes Koiki o ní láti emphasize the lórí, but I love to emphasize on it so that you can get the message clear. I am still the only official spokesperson or spokesman for Dr. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, and Igboho is coming for the rally. I cannot say that more than enough. So if tẹ́ bá gbọ́ any other place don't say pé Igboho ni wá fún rally, Koiki lèmi jẹ́ agbẹnusọ Igboho. Igboho ń bọ̀ fún rally, and that confirmation of him coming is still up to today. At least I spoke with him. Again, lọ́wọ́ time tí mo bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ni. It was actually even the one that called me, and Chief spoke to me at exactly 1400 hours. I don't have to tell you kini kota so ìyẹn èmi àti ẹni yẹn wà fún. We spoke at 14. I'm going to take with me. But normally in the morning, I send him a message. He replied. But he spoke to me at 1400 hours. So pé yàn kan wá jókòó síbi kan wọ́n sọ fún mi pé Ìgbòho náà wọ́n ní wá. Bí àná planet mi lẹ́ni yẹn ti ń rí irú message yẹn. Bí àná planet mi lẹ́ni yẹn ti ń gbọ́ irú ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. A lot of people speak to Igboho now. Igboho is very accessible for those that still have access to him, to speak to him. Not everybody. But gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó kù tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní access sí Ìgbòho. Ó ti di dandan pé láti bí báyìí ní access yín sí Ìgbòho wà. Ẹ dẹ̀ rán mi sí mò ń jíṣẹ́. So ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń sọ pé èèyàn kan sọ pé wọ́n ní pé Ìgbòho ní wá. Ta ló ń sọ yẹn? Ẹ̀yin ò ní access sí Ìgbòho, but ẹ ti ní access sí through ẹni tó jẹ́ agbẹnusọ ẹ̀. That's all you need to understand. Àníkẹ́yẹ́ máa listen sí so many bọ́lẹ̀ kájà media. Because bọ́lẹ̀ kájà media ti pọ̀ níta. Sọ fún yín pé Ìgbòho ní wá, Ìgbòho ní wá, especially the ones in that contraction. Èmi sọ fún yín pé Ìgbòho ń bọ̀, ẹ tún ní Ìgbòho ní wá. And I'm only responding to that because somebody just actually put that on the Instagram comment. So ẹ má stress ara yín pé Ìgbòho ní wá. Ẹ̀yin ní kẹ́ lọ múra because Ìgbòho ń bọ̀, àwa 1 million Ìgbòho là ń tẹ̀lé bọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Kò ń ṣe Ìgbòho nìkan. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ akíkanjú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àfojúpayín rẹ̀, akí bàbá wa Ìbà Gani Adams lógun ọ̀fẹ́, mo kí àwọn OPC, mo kí Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà, mo kí gbogbo ọlọ́dẹ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí gbogbo jagun ẹlòmíì inú yàrá ẹ̀ ló ti máa dúró lọ́ máa jà níta. Ẹ rò péré ni wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí Ọlọ́run fún ní àwọn agbára bẹ́ẹ̀ ní mùsùlùmí, ní kìrìsìtẹ́nì, ní toníṣẹ̀ṣe. And we are not fighting a religion fight. Ìjẹ̀sìn kọ́ là ń jà. À kì í ṣe mufti àbí kí lẹ́ ń pe bàbá yẹn tó ń pe rẹ̀ ní pé òun wá Muslim nation. Kí ló ń jẹ́ Yorùbá Muslim nation? Ẹgbọ́n sókè ní kíákíá ìyá wa.
O ṣé o bàbá mi, o ṣé o bàbá mi, o ṣé. Mo ń pàṣípò dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó wà lédà sóra tó ń fi wáyé lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ̀ kéde kò dédé. Ní tàjú gbé tàjú. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní parun. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní parun. Ẹ ṣé fún nǹkan tí mò ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu yé pé bàbá wa ń bọ̀ lé pé nágàrà lè á ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé ẹjọ́ àwọn tó ń pè ní táwọn sọ pé ká sọ fún bàbá pé ká máa tì wọ́n kò sẹ́ni tó lè ti bàbá iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run.
No, baby ní Ìgbòho, baby á ní. agbára Elédùmarè àmín àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni ọ̀dà ẹ ṣé gan ni yàrá. Mo kí ìyàwó arúkọ ayàtọ̀ mọ́ wọn. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, all right, ẹ ṣé gan ni grandma. I'm gonna let you go. Àwọn ọmọ ti jẹ́ kẹ́ busy pa àwọn ọmọ Oòduà wa. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé a kú ọlá Jímọ̀ olóyin. Àwọn bàbá tó bí àwa wá ti dé sí London látijọ́ Thursday. A kí Jímọ̀ níjọ́ Friday ní Baker Street. Kò kúrò níbi tó wà Baker Street yẹn, ó sì wà ń bẹ̀ mọ́ṣáláṣí yẹn. Bó bá di Saturday wá lọ wo football, Sunday wọ́n ti fly padà wọ́n lọ sí Nàìjíríà, wọ́n tún padà sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ níjọ́ Monday. Ṣé irú ayé bẹ́ẹ̀ là ń gbé nísìn àbí all fake life tí èèyàn kan ṣe ń bẹ́rí èèyàn tó ń bẹ́rí èèyàn tó rò pé ìyẹn ló máa sọ̀hún dolówó ní 21st century. Òyìnbó mélòó lẹ́rìí tó ń bẹ́rí èèyàn? Ẹgbọ́n òsókè ẹni tó ń pè wá.
Hello sir. Hello koikimedia.
Okay.
God bless you sir.
Amen.
Mo ń bá àyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ ní school lónìí. Mo wá sọ fún àwọn ènìyàn mo ní question kan wà tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa. Àwọn tá a láàárọ̀ ọmọ lọ school, what is the kí ni hope ọmọ yẹn gan if we are in this country? So torí pé àwọn èèyàn bí mi wọ́n fẹ́ ká ṣé wàhálà ìdẹ̀ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ mo ní kò sí mo ní yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo àdúrà tán láwọn fi hold pé láwọn fi hold Nàìjíríà pé kí wàhálà yẹn máa ṣẹlẹ̀ òun náà ni wàhálà tí à ń dojúkọ. So it is better pé ká gbàdúrà pé kọ́lọ́run jẹ́ kí ìjà yìí kó kárí ìjà lájàyè.
Àmín. Kẹ́jẹ̀ má dẹ̀ pọ̀ nílẹ̀ asọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kẹ́jẹ̀ má dẹ̀ pọ̀ nílẹ̀ pé but we know that freedom is not cheap. It's not kì í ṣe nǹkan tó cheap so.
Wọ́n kì í ta ní supermarket. Tó bá gbọ́ wọn ta ní supermarket ni àti rà á tipẹ́tipẹ́ ta máa tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ gan sílé.
Bible gan sọ pé buy the truth and sell it not. The truth gan yẹn rà á ni.
Àtẹ̀ ti rà á tipẹ́tipẹ́. Kódà àwọn diaspora ti rà á lówó yẹn. Tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n ta freedom ní Tesco ni wàláì máa make sure pé ojoojúmọ́ ni mo lọ síbẹ̀ tí mo lọ rà freedom. Tá bá ti gbà tán olúkálukú ẹ rí pé èmi jókòó síbí báyìí nísìn with confidence. Kò ń ṣe pé a ní gbèkúdú kankan. Ibo sọ fún mi pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ìlú yìí wọ́n ti máa access gbogbo tá à ń ṣe. Kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ terrorism ni mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Nǹkan pè ní rule of law nìyẹn. Adéyínká grandson tó fi mú gangan kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tó ń ṣe. Ó láwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó ń sọ ni wọ́n ṣe lọ́sẹ̀ detain ẹ̀. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé òtítọ́ ló ń sọ bọ̀ ó láwọn kankan tó ń sọ tó ti involve àwọn bíi chemical weapon. They don't want to hear all those nonsense. A máa lo chemical weapon fi wipe àwọn kan off. A máa dá sínú omi. And he also has issues with the wife. Òun àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ ní problem. So à ń sọ pé freedom bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Oho. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo ń wo ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Mo ń wo documentary kan lánàá. Ṣé rí tá bá ń jókòó síbà táwọn sọ fún wa pé brain wa gbọ́dọ̀ open. I will see if I can bring that video up a little bit lórí YouTube. How American fought the British government. Not the British Empire. Because Empire ló ń lò níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré mú ẹ jẹ́ n lọ sí streaming. I was actually watching it yesterday. How they were using the first kí ló ń pè submarines. I watch a lot of things sometimes. Mo fẹ́ lọ mú jáde ní ọmọ bọ́ eléyìí. Mo wo fídíò yìí. I was like wow. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wò díẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ ti níjọ́ kan máa wà. Ìjọ́ kan yẹn náà kò ní pẹ́. It could be Sunday. Àwọn kankan wà tí a lè má show lórí live show, but I will just put a Zoom link out. A kàn máa show ẹ lórí Zoom, a dẹ̀ máa show yín how to protect yourself from the military skills, because those things I cannot show you because èmi kàn mọ̀ làwọn fídíò yẹn. So what I will do is bíi nígbà míì gan màá kàn ṣe Zoom link jáde, and I think I might start that even tonight. Tí bá parí eléyìí nísìn, I will just put the Zoom link nìkan ni nílé sàn kankan ma mute everybody, but you will go in there, you will watch different military skills and all that, and you will see how, you know. Let's watch this briefly. À ń padà bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Bàbá Alágídò yìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wo ilé. Submarine, tẹ́ bá wo submarine tó lò nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà yẹn ní 1940 something, kẹwàá wo ibi tó ti modernized. Intern sọ fún yín àwọn ọmọ tó jókòó yìí, they are 19 years old, wọ́n train àwọn eléyìí fún submarine America yìí, ó lè wà lábẹ́ omi fún 72 days wọ́n dẹ̀ ní mọ́bí tó wà 72. Are you not thinking of such pé káwa Yorùbá náà ní submarine, káwa náà ní àwọn navy, ká ní kankan, ká ní technology tiwa? Intern sọ nìyẹn náà, jókòó sínú rakatia. I don't hold the copyright. Tó bá wọn YouTube tó bá fẹ́ yọ fine, tó bá dẹ̀ fi sílẹ̀, but at least ẹni tó bá wò débi báyìí tó bá náà rí fídíò yẹn, you can go and watch. It's called Submarines, Extreme Technology, Big, Bigger, Biggest. Àní lè play gbogbo ẹ̀, but mo kàn fẹ́ ká kọ̀ wò díẹ̀ nú ẹ̀ ni. Ìyẹn mo kàn fẹ́ rí lónú ẹ̀ o. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń lé, mo fẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣí ọpọlọ wa kalẹ̀ pé in another 10 years 20 years ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ̀ ń wò jágbajàgba yẹn, tí development bá dé bá gbogbo àwọn ilé tí kò ní lift yẹn, gbogbo lift mélòó tẹ̀lé ní Olúmọ̀rọ̀ kìkan ní lift. So tó bá ti show bẹ̀ yẹn, we will not go further with the video, but I can share the link if you go want. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ tún wò fúnra yín, and the title is called Submarine Extreme Technology, Big, Bigger, Biggest, lórí YouTube.
Our journey begins in 1776.
1776. Ìwọ wá rò pé àwọn tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà sọ fún ẹ pé Tinubu ní kó lọ ṣe, àwọn kan ló jàjà. Ìjà lélẹ́yìí o, ìjà gidi, wọ́n ronú. Ìwọ tó ń sọ pé bàbá Koiki gbogbo nǹkan àní o, àlówó, ìyí tó yẹ kẹ́ máa think of kí lẹ́yìn náà lè lò láti fi ṣe ààbò ara yín. Àníkẹ́ lọ́ọ́ pààyàn, àníkẹ́ lọ́ọ́ pe pọ́npọ́, but you must be able to defend yourself. So eléyìí nísìn máa ṣe ẹ ní ọkàn, ibi tó yẹ kẹ́ farabalẹ̀ nísìn kẹ́ wo in tí ó fẹ́ jáde, ẹ wo tó ń lò tẹ́lẹ̀, òun ni bí capsule yẹn, kẹ́ wá compare sí submarine tán rí nísìn 17 something in turn, and technology that ti dá nísìn. So that means that we can make use of everything within our surroundings. 1776 ìyẹn kan lanúlẹ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Àwa wo Amẹ́ríkà nísìn, ẹ̀yin wá wo Amẹ́ríkà, ìyẹn kan wá sọ pé ìjà tó dẹ̀ bá Britain ìjà, òun ni wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lórí nísìn. Ẹja gbọ́ díẹ̀ sí.
With the world's first war submarine, a hollow wooden sphere with a limited...
A hollow wooden sphere. Èèyàn kan ló wà nínú ẹ̀, kíkọ̀ ṣàlàyé fún yín. Èèyàn kan ló wà nínú ẹ̀, ó ń pẹ́dùlẹ̀ ní lábẹ́ omi, á dẹ̀ lọ try láti fi ṣe kí ni penetrate àwọn enemies wọn. How are you going to protect yourself from the Fulani terrorists? Òun ni kò máa lọ ronú sí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, America has gone so far. Àwọn náà jìyà lọ́wọ́ Britain burúkú yìí. Ẹ wá ń sọ pé freedom lè fi gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré gbé kọ́ọ̀lù tó ń bọ̀ yìí. Hello.
Hello sir, káàsán sá ikú ṣẹ́ sá o.
Àwa ni ẹ máa.
Ẹ kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lò.
Àwa ni ẹ máa.
Ẹ̀kú sábẹ́ ṣe ń ṣòkìlì yẹn, omi dẹ̀ ń pọ̀ mí sá. Each time tí n bá ń wò yìí, máa rí pé kó jẹ́rú spirit tó wà nínú yín yẹn ló wà nínú àwa young ones. Nísìnyí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, but ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa, especially àwọn tó wà ní diaspora, àwọn ti rò pé nítorí tó bá ti convert owó tán ní everywhere àtọ̀ wà sí náírà, tówó yẹn pọ̀, tó máa lọ máa fi oppress àwọn èèyàn lé. Tó ti wá dé orí àwọn tó wà nílé Mágolo náà pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi wà lábúrò tó bá ti send owó sí mi, owó yẹn náà máa fi ṣoríire. Sir, potentials wà fáwa Yorùbá.
Tó pọ̀.
Ó ń dùn mí gidi gan.
Tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ.
Ó ń ṣe wá níyè kí everybody káàrí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí sà. Ìsà tí bá ti ń rí yín, ọkàn mi ó ń bless yín, ó ń bless ìdílé yín, ìyá yín, màmá àti àwọn ọmọ yín.
Thank you so much.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run máa yọ jèrè lẹ́yìn
àmì
sà.
Ọlọ́run, àmì ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much.
In every aspect ni a ní potential sà.
Ó ti pọ̀ jù.
Táwọn èèyàn lajú pé
Ó ti pọ̀ jù.
kọ́ máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn olóṣèlú wọn, tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ rí pé nǹkan táwọn táwọn lè ṣe nǹkan tó wà nínú each of us èmi fúnra mi US ni mo wà nǹkan tó wà nínú mi àlàyé ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àárín lò nínú Nàìjíríà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò ṣe lò.
and so many of us like that.
constitution yẹn gan oníjà rí lò tábà tẹ̀ fẹ́ lò.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà òun ní kí àwọn èèyàn ṣì ipe wọn ògbóye bí màmá onítìrí ṣe máa ń sọ ipe àwọn rí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ògbóni wọn gbé pamọ́ ní.
wọ́n gbé pamọ́ rẹpẹtẹ.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni pray fún Nàìjíríà mọ́. àdúrà sí kẹ́ máa gbà
ní òtítọ́ ni ìyá yẹn sọ ìyá yẹn parọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ó ti pa ògo wa ẹ jẹ́ ìyọ Tinubu kúrò náà yẹn ká lè rí dáadáa ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi thank you so much. mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó wà important mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ thank you so much thank you so much thank you ẹ ṣé gan ni lágbára Elédùmarè and ẹ ṣé gan ni àmì Ọlọ́run inshallah wa kudiratullah. And what I will do is after this program, like I said, I will open a Zoom link and we will just be showing different things, but they go live because if I go live pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ èmi mo mọ̀ bóyá YouTube lè lọ affect broadcast yẹn. So what I will do is before the end of this program, wait for a link Moriembe Ayomi Kun Damiju, and I will just be showing you different things, military formation, and anybody can go in and out. We probably run that. I'll just be, but I will not be able to. I'll just be in my own living room there doing other things, but I will let this be running. But ori Zoom ni ẹ kọ wọnú ẹ máa wọnú Zoom yẹn olùkàlùkù àdè máa jókòó bígbà tí yẹn wà ní sinimá. Ṣé ó wà òkè bẹ́ẹ̀ ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lálẹ́ ṣé ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ lálẹ́ àbí ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́la ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Wàláì rẹ́rẹ́ ti rún in the 70s 1776 lè léyò ẹ̀rọ ká well I mean I don't know no 1950 something not 17. Rẹ́rẹ́ ti rún tipẹ́tipẹ́. Okay, we will start tonight. Okay, that's fine. So tá bá ti parí program yìí, but I will generate the link. Màá share link in the comment section. Àwa lórí timeline wọn. I share to the WhatsApp group. All you just do is you will go in there. I will be playing different things. But I'm gonna mute everybody so kò ní sí anybody. So either about our new movie, and I'll be doing that more now. But I will not go live with it. So I need go live because we cannot show those things live. It's just different thing that is on YouTube. Just as I enjoy it as well. There's a call coming through here, and I hope maybe the person, even though take a back call while we're showing this now. Hello.
Hello, Koiki.
Ma. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma, mo wà lórí live. Ó yẹ ẹgbọ́n sókè ìyá mi, ẹ ti wà lórí ẹgbọ́n. Mo ń gbọ́ yín mà. Okay. Oda, ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi. Thank you so much. All right. Oda. Anyway, they're going. I think it's 17. I'll be okay. Anyway, on my Sunday, let's just nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan come on so that and I'll just keep myself short as well. Let's listen and watch. I mean to tell you, but it's good for you and for me as well. Lay, mo ti fún yín ní heads up. Ibi that ma bẹ̀rẹ̀ lélẹ̀ so ẹ má ká pẹ́ lórí eléyìí because like I said, I don't know how I can stay with it on the YouTube. But what I'll do is I'll set up my Zoom now. Màá kúrò lórí screen yìí and I'll do the setup. Màá share lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ and I think I've got 2 missed calls. So ẹ jẹ́ n pé ẹni tí ó pè mí padà yẹn tẹ́ bá ṣe wà lórí ìjókòó. So Zoom láti máa rí kíní yẹn wò. Tá bá wò yẹn tán àtúwò míì. Màá kàn máa wọ́ríṣiríṣi ká máa fi while away time. Èmi ní internet ẹni tó bá ní internet ẹ má bínú kò sí ta máa ṣe sí. But we are not broadcasting that live. Ẹgbọ́n sókè ṣe fẹ́ dá sórí ètò ni. Ẹ ti wà lórí ẹ̀ mà.
Ẹ kú ṣe gidi gan. Ọlọ́run á tún máa fún yín ṣe.
Àmín.
Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ṣe lásán.
Àmín.
Ṣé ní èmi kàn ní fílẹ̀ pé báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń ṣe àti gbogbo nǹkan tó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀. I think it should be more. I think it's obvious. Wípé this country Nigeria, it's not called Nigeria, kò lè work. To me, we are very few.
At least to say YouTube, we show our answer. Okay, I go ahead. Yeah.
I believe any right-thinking person, even with all these expressions, wọ́n ń sọ tí wọ́n ń ṣe nílé àti ara wọn gan wọ́n ṣe ń kó bára wọn tó ṣe ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi. I think it's even enough, more than enough for us to kókà fún wọn pé ìlú yìí ò lè work. Kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni kankan nínú gbogbo àwọn òṣèlú ìgbọ̀n tó lè sọ pé àwọn nǹkan báyìí làwọn lè ṣe sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. So then those ìpínlẹ̀ kọ́ mọ̀ pé the same thing tó ṣe ń ṣe láti jọ iná tó máa parọ́ tó máa tàn wọ́n jẹ́ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kó fi máa bọ́ síbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé the same thing náà ni wọ́n kàn tún recycle gbogbo nǹkan all the time táwọn èèyàn lè suffer tí wọ́n sì sí what everybody ń suffer. I think by this time we are going àwọn èèyàn ṣíṣe àwọn tó bá jẹ́ pápẹ́já pé ministry spiritual tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tó wà ní yẹn wọ́n ti lo nǹkan fún wọn tó jẹ́ pé ọpọlọ wọn kò tiẹ̀ gbé kò dẹ̀ ṣí wọn tiẹ̀ mọ́ tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀tọ̀ ní tí wọ́n máa bá wọn sọ bó ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ gan ó máa rùn yàn nú àtọmọdé àtàgbà wọn. So èmi believe pé by now ó yẹ kí wọ́n ti mọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa ń ṣí àwọn létí because tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá bó ṣe ń rí yìí gbogbo everybody náà ní àtẹ̀tọ́ wà ní àtẹ̀tọ́ wà
everybody máa affected parọ́ ìyá mi. Everybody ló máa enjoy ẹ̀ kókó.
Oníkálukú náà ṣe fúnra rẹ̀ náà ní
òun ni ọ̀yá mi o.
fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà.
So me I don't understand. So these people ẹ̀yìn èèyàn ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ọba it's never too late. Let's just get up ká ṣe ká kí gbogbo wa wake up. It's time ká gba kíní yìí bá ṣe máa gbà ká mọ̀ bá ṣe máa ṣe. Àwọn èèyàn tó wà ní kí wọ́n máa wò pé ẹ ṣé nítorí pé wọ́n wà ní western world àwọn tó wà western world àwọn náà ní iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣe àwọn tó wà ní tó wà ní iṣẹ́ tó yẹ káwọn náà ṣe ó ní kálukú ṣe assignment ẹ̀ ó ní gbogbo nǹkan lè fi ìlú ìgbéga ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ ṣeun gan ni
ẹ ṣe gan ni aunty mi ẹ ṣe gan ni ma thank you so much.
Ọlọ́run bá wa ṣe o adélẹ̀ lérí very soon lágbára Olúwa
thank you ẹ ṣe gan ni ara ń ta máa ń sọ náà nìyẹn tí bá sọ fún yín pé nothing is free and I'm gonna show that just now even though I'm just about to make the payment but it's good to show us and how do I know mo fẹ́ lọ set up ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ní mo fẹ́ set up Zoom mi nísìn tá bá sọ fún yín pé nothing is free mo kàn fẹ́ prove it fún wa lálẹ́ again as I was just going to my Zoom mo tẹ́ wà pé wọ́n rówó yọ nínú àkáǹtì mi because people sometimes think taban jókòó nígbà tá a ní ẹ donate sí media òun la fẹ́ lo Zoom ẹ rí pé moment àti lo video yẹn ṣe rí pé YouTube ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí play off because they don't want that that's why we are not going to go live with the YouTube or any of the other platform ẹni tó bá fẹ́ wò ẹ kàn máa join mo lè play lórí Zoom kò connect mo any other thing as well but I just want to show something quickly because I realize that tìbákọ̀ sanwó yẹn tí mo show yín because when I come here and I say ẹ support wa àwọn tó bá náwọn kì í gbowó àwọn because bí àwọn ní show bí àwọn ní Zoom wọn ní this wọn ní that àwa ta ní gbogbo àwọn kìíní ẹ wo message tó jáde lórí Zoom mi nísìn kí ló sọ níbẹ̀ ó ní your account has an outstanding balance of £14 if you do not pay your balance you will lose access to all paid futures and cloud recording. When you click here to pay your outstanding invoice or click here for support. Ṣé nísìn ṣé YouTube yẹn tútù down ni ẹ jẹ́ n wò it's back already the YouTube is back ó kàn lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan nígbà tá à ń show àwọn videos yẹn no the YouTube is back ó ti padà nísìn ó ti padà so kí ni mo fẹ́ fààyàn níbí báyìí nísìn when we now talk about ẹ support media it's because of all these little payment because Zoom tá ń lò ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tó ń lo 40-minute Zoom because Zoom tèmi ń lò Zoom tó lè last for 24 hours because à ń sanwó fún bó ṣe rọra jẹ́ £14 yẹn nísìn wọ́n ti suspended it could be £14 but tá a bá rí £14 báwo la yẹ fẹ́ connect Zoom mi padà though I'm going to make the payment now but I'm just showing us to tell us that these are all the reasons the YouTube is back. Torí video tí mo ń play yẹn ni ẹ mọ̀ pé YouTube wà very sensitive AI ni technology tó ń pè technology nìyẹn ó ti rí pé bọ̀bọ̀ yìí kí ló ń ṣe ikẹ́ ìwọ kọ́ ló ní video tó ń play now ó dẹ̀ fi ń ṣe presentation and right there wọ́n dẹ̀ ti send message sí mi gan sórí email mi so and the moment I click on pé mo fi sanwó nísìn automatically it now unlike owó ó wá show mi gbogbo àwọn owó tí mo ti àwọn month tí mo ti sanwó so month tí mo ti san nísìn òun ni December ṣẹ́rí pé a sanwó ní July a sanwó ní August a sanwó ní September a sanwó ní October so bí àwọn tí wọ́n máa ń sọ pé yẹn pé àwọn ò ní ìdówó bí àwọn kì í ṣe gbogbo àwọn nǹkan kéékèèké so tí bá jókòó síra ní ẹ support media wa. These are reasons why we say that because ṣé tá a bá sanwó nísìn báwo la ṣe fẹ́ lo Zoom láti fi ṣe broadcast àfi ṣe lálẹ́ nísìn tí ìbá ní £14 yẹn £14.39 and within a couple of days tá a bá ti sanwó yẹn ó di pé màmá padà lọ máa lo ní 40 minutes ṣé 40 minutes yẹn wá ń tó. So it's just to explain that I'll make my payment now but I just wanted to show us that for the benefit of those of us tàbá ń sọ pé media is not a joke. So we are 35 minutes to the end of this program and I guess I have somebody else that called. Let's see if I can get the person back if they're still there while I'm setting up and carry a boba lagido yẹn tán lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Hello caller. Káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ẹ kálẹ́ sà. Àlàáfíà ni adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Jẹ̀fẹ́ bá a dá sétò ni. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbà tí mo jẹ́ ń pè é padà so ẹni tó mọ̀ yẹn à ní láti go further so ká má tún máa so I'm gonna make the payment now it's £14 because if not we're not having any Zoom whatever tonight so once again mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí I am that from Nigeria. I got this number from one of your program on Facebook today. Okay. My number is always in the public domain. Okay, while I'm preparing that, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ Ọbásanjọ́ yẹn padà again.
Now, you see, you Obina, you have everything going for you. And I don't want you to feel discouraged. Please, things are bad in Nigeria, but I believe it's only for a short time. Because it depends on you. Whatever my generation might have done wrong, and I will be the first to admit that my generation has done a lot wrong. It's for your generation.
So I can set up my Zoom.
Don't just sit down and complain. Don't just sit down and complain. Sitting down and complain is like the anger of the people. You're on the same time, you'll be on the same line, on the same level, but you have to be proactive. And you have to make sure you get enough of what I call critical mass of people, like-minded people, who will be ready to say, yes, we can bring about the change. And you can bring about the change if you get critical mass of people that are ready to slug it down. I always say, when people say, well, when will these old hands go out of the way? They won't go out of the way. You have to make them go out of the way. They won't voluntarily go out of the way. You have to make it uncomfortable.
To make it uncomfortable.
I'm not talking of violence.
But
bringing pressure to be
pressure
to make it uncomfortable.
Pressure, giddy. They will go out of the way.
Now, you see, you have been.
We're just 30 minutes to the end of the program, and just to remind us some of the things that we normally discuss here. This man reminded us that gbọ́dọ̀ sùn àsùnpara níbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ dé nísìn. There's a caller. Let's take the call quickly. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ kálẹ́ sà.
Ẹ kálẹ́ o. Ẹ fẹ́ dá sórí ètò ni.
Yes, sir. A fẹ́ dá sétò ní kọ́lọ́.
Ẹ ti wà lórí ẹ̀sà.
A kì í gan akú. Hello.
Ẹ ti wà lórí à ń gbọ́ yín sà.
Nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nìkan náà ni kọ́lọ́n kó dáhùn kọ́lọ́n kó bá wa ṣàánú kọ́lọ́n kó ṣàánú wa o.
Àmín.
Because ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà yìí ó ti kọjá tí a lè máa fi ara dà gan.
Okay.
ó ti kọjá tá a lè máa fi ara dà yín tá a nídìí lọ́wọ́ báyìí náà ni Yorùbá nation ìlà nídìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tó jẹ́ ansa wa. Because ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa tí ó jẹ́ pé èkó òye tí làákàyè wọn kù díẹ̀ káàtó ni pé kéèyàn máa fìyà jí ọ́ èèyàn ń fìyà jí ọ́ òdẹ̀ nípẹ́ ní fìyà jí ọ́ òdẹ̀ tó ń sá tẹ̀lé. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn yẹn tí a bá wo làákàyè wọn èèyàn ó rí i pé kò tó. Torí ibi tí a bá Nàìjíríà dé ní ọlọ́wọ́ báyìí tí ẹ bá gbọ́ tí ẹnìkan máa sọ pé Nàìjíríà dáa ó dùn èèyàn mẹ́ta ni ó jẹ nínú kó jẹ́ pé ẹni yẹn kidnapper ni tàbí kó jẹ́ olóṣèlú tàbí kí ó jẹ́ ẹni tí tàbí kó jẹ́ olè. Because tó bá jẹ́ pé tó ń ṣe bísínẹ́sì gangan fúnra ara rẹ̀ tí ń ṣe bísínẹ́sì bá ní nínú Nàìjíríà yìí kò gbọ́dọ̀ fi ẹnu ara rẹ̀ sọ pé Nàìjíríà yìí dùn mọ́ òun nínú. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń takò Yorùbá nation yẹn tí wọ́n ń takò yẹn àwọn tó lọ́sẹ̀lú sáyẹ̀gẹ̀ fún ni kò sẹ́ni tí ń fi sí ọwọ́ rẹ̀ jẹun nínú wọn. Kò sí nínú gbogbo pátá kò sẹ́ni tí ń fi iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀ jẹun. So that's why tàbí ń sáré tẹ̀lé àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn ní ẹ̀yìn ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín a sì dúpẹ́ ní Ọlọ́run ló jẹ́ kó rẹ̀yìn gbogbo lọ́sàn-án lóru yín Mr. Koiki à ń gbádùn yín dáadáa
Amen. Thank you so much. Lágbára Elédùmarè. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ̀dá kúta ní ìdí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí a ti wà nínú ẹ̀ a ní ìtẹ̀ ọjẹ́ kí kankan bá dìgbé ẹ̀ kí oníkálukú lọ sí àti ààyè ẹ̀ tí ó bá gbalẹ̀ àwọn ìgbàlọ́ tí ó gbalẹ̀ nípò lọ kí Yorùbá náà dádú lọ́tọ̀ bí àṣefẹ́ nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Lágbára Ọlọ́run àbọ̀nú ẹ̀ láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà lágbára àwọn tó láyé tó lọ́run. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ní Port Harcourt ní gbogbo ibikíbi tí ẹ ti láǹfààní àti wò mí. Let's take the next caller quickly. Hello caller. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ káàsílẹ̀ o.
Ẹ kálẹ́ ìyá wa.
Ẹ ká.
À ń gbọ́ yẹn ti wà lórí ẹ̀. The Zoom link is now been set up. À ń gbọ́ yín o. Networking lọ in and out so I'm struggle láti gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ ń bá wa sọ. Networking very poor Yami is very poor. Bí a kẹ network yẹn poor try again nísìn again bí a máa tún try láti gbọ́ yẹn repeat it. Network is very poor and I guess she's calling here from Europe if not UK. Try padà again yawa. The Zoom link is out. Ó ti wà lórí our timeline wa and I'm also going to share it out. Tẹ́ bá ti wọlé, you are just coming like into a movie room. You will not be able to speak. And let me remind us, and I'll say this when the official Zoom is out. When start the room. We are there. If you share any of your information with anybody, it is not my responsibility. You are only there just to watch and then come in and out and go. Mo wọnú Zoom yàrá kan mo wá báyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ ó dà pé Koiki mọ̀ I don't know anybody okay so you are coming into that Zoom just to how do I want to say it mo rí ìyàwó tèmi ẹ̀kalẹ̀ I'm sure you got ṣe I understand nǹkan tí mo ń sọ anyway so because ẹ lè wọnú Zoom yẹn nísìn kò di pé èèyàn kan máa bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí chat kẹ má sọ pé torí ẹ ti wà nínú Zoom room Mr. Koiki. I won't be able to stream it on Instagram as well because Instagram is linked with Facebook. So and then wà lórí Instagram, if you want to get that link now, you would have to go on koikimedia, Koiki Odudua, and I'll also post the link on my what's it called? Twitter. YouTube nìkan ni mo ti post it and I will do that now because I'm link yẹn máa ń pọ̀ tí yẹn bá copy it. So I'm going to stream it down. We will start that. As we say here, thank you so much to everyone that have joined us tonight. Okay. Mo kí gbogbo wa pátá láì yọ ẹnì kankan sílẹ̀. The Yoruba nation, like I said this morning, is still an ongoing campaign, and that means we will educate ourselves with different programs, just as okay, ilé wa delay mi náà pé ìbá ti kúrò lórí so the link as well will be shared among all the platforms across different WhatsApp group. But like I said, when you come in there, just come in as a low ranger. You don't know anybody, and you don't know yourself as well. So you're not there. I won't be responsible for that. Mr. Any person said Nigeria is working is going to be a politician. Yeah, definitely. So mo ń try láti gbé Zoom yẹn wá sórí Facebook or YouTube, and I think I should be able to do that now. So I'm going to start the Zoom now, and you will be able to join where we can watch, some of those videos as well. Is a big one. So until I fell link here, I'll share the link out as well to platforms and to battery spread around. We will just be playing different things that we cannot show you on YouTube. Moriembe Google NT4 and we will do that frequently as well. Let's go back if this caller will be clear. Hello, caller.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going.
Picture Olúwo tí mo rí jọ yẹn tó já mi láyà tí mo ṣe ń pè yín ló dà pé mo disturb yín mo á ní mo rò pé kọjọ kan bá wà nǹkan ṣe sí lásìkò kó tó kọjá lọ́wọ́ and then kíní YGM ṣe mo ti sọ gbà yẹn náà mo dẹ̀ pé tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà yẹn náà wọ́n ní tí n bá gẹ̀ẹ́tì ẹ̀ but èmi ò mọ̀ ṣe mo ti try online mi dẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ bọ́ sọ́wọ́.
But ṣé ẹ get wọn ni àwọn tí kẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ní YSDM.
Níyẹn mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó dẹ̀ ní pé kí mo tún lè pe àwọn padà.
Ṣe ti wá pè wọ́n padà àwọn ọlọ́mọ lè ṣàlàyé fún yín in details of how to make those payments and also ẹ pè wọ́n padà.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Boy, just Olúwo, ṣé àwọn bàbá wa ti gbé gbèsè.
Well, like I said, everybody is aware of what has happened in the war, and I'm sure ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ́ bá kọ́ gbé wá ti gbélé lórí. So, yeah.
Okay, sir.
All right then.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much. All right. So, ibi tí a fẹ́ parí ètò sí lálẹ́ yìí, and like I said, I'll be doing more of this now. I mean, ọkùnkùn ti gba £14 lọ́wọ́ mi, so tàbá ń ṣe Zoom yẹn lẹ́jọ́. So the only thing is, I need a good life pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ because I'm gonna shut it down because of the things that I'm gonna be showing you. But well, shut it down lórí Zoom because the Zoom is just what it is. Kò ní any link pẹ̀lú streaming and all that. So the link is already out. I will open the link now, but we will not show anything until we are officially what's it called? Abade rẹ̀ tó fẹ́ dá £15 mi padà dókò tó £15 fún Zoom tàṣán lálẹ́ àgbà lọ́wọ́ yín a sọ pé thank you so much. So mo ti ṣí Zoom link yẹn báyìí. I will not be saying anything. We will just be watching videos. That's all. Bí bàtà wà ní movie. And tó bá ní access láti wọlé á jáde. It's not a compulsory that you have to be there. I'm going to mute everybody so you will not be able to disturb us, because it's not a gathering for beer parlor. We're just there to watch things. So the Zoom is already, as I speak to you right now, multi-started. So as I'm going to be ending this, wow, àwọn èèyàn tẹ̀ ti wọlé rẹ̀ kábíyèsí rẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn tẹ̀ ti wà lórí already. Kò ṣe dandan ní kẹ́ ṣe ojú yín ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ti wọlé ẹ lè pa kámẹ́rà yín. So, it's not compulsory that our faces are shown. We can disconnect our cameras and all that. So just turn it off. So that means you can just sit there. Everybody will be automatically mute. And people are already in as we speak right now. So in Yemafun access. So we can show a lot of different things that we cannot show you on YouTube and Facebook. At least that way it will be some kind of education. We'll be doing more as well, health as well, first aid. Things that, we can just learn one or two things, how to survive. And that is not going to be live. So, Entoba will program, we will run it. The time is just 7 o'clock when we're going to be starting. We'll probably run it for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. I can run it 24 hours. It doesn't matter. Entoba wole ajade. But the only thing is, Moki Evangelist Taiwo Esther, Moki Bugba Bishop, Moki Afa, Moki Alaji, Moki Moleke, Moki Bugba leaders were Latori Yawa Onitiri. Ele pa camera in, like I said, you don't have to show your camera. We don't need to send it because Mama so nobody is going to be talking. He's not here to talk. I'm not going to be sitting here. So my job is just to set it up and go and sit down in the living room. I come and monitor in the background. So, and nobody will be allowed to talk. And to by that mute, you'll be removed automatically because Tibati set the up way, Kamasoro. It means nobody will be allowed, to talk. Mute everybody, and that's what it's going to be. But it is there for us to watch things. Sit down there. You can go in and out of it if you don't have enough data. Like Borolong, internet máa jẹ́ human right. Nígbà tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bá ti ṣe kíni tó bá ti dúró. So on that note, fún gbogbo àwa tó kù, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ pé au revoir níbi tí a bá ètò dé lálẹ́ yìí. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì. Lórí 1999 constitution òun ni mo sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Ẹni bá ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, you can go back and enjoy it. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ gbọ́ jẹ́ common, and I close the broadcast. Bye for now.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Okay. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers. That's big.
Yes. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice.
Okay.
They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Okay.
Boko Haram and the bandits are one and same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They are already in the south. In the rainforests of the south, they are everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2.
Okay.
The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
So civil war, anything, how do we survive it is part of what we're going to be watching. It's going to be documentary. If you want to join that, either Lori Zoom, I will not be able to Lori MixLR. We cannot run it on MixLR. Again, it will only be on the Zoom. So if you're looking for the link, Sorry koikimedia, I think I should also have it ready for the Twitter before I close this broadcast. And that would literally mean that you can join on Twitter, where the link is also waiting for you. mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o òmìnira Yorùbá ó máa ta ló sọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ a ní kò ní sí anybody tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ because if anybody disturb it's just for you to sit down and watch. I'll probably give coordinator to some of our mothers and uncles that have probably noticed there, so that at least they can help us being a combat and disturb while it is muted. It's just like you're going to movie, and sometimes you go to movie, you just learn few things. So I've given access to some few people already, and I don't need anybody's camera to be on. Just turn off your camera. So as we are ending this particular broadcast tonight, ẹ jẹ́ ká fọkàn wá balẹ̀. Kò síbi kankan tí Bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho ti sọ pé kò ní sí rally nínú oṣù yìí. Ẹni Koiki ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. If anybody is saying anything otherwise, we are in another space làwọn tí ń gbọ́ yẹn. Because what I've been told is we are holding our rallies this month. Date yẹn nìkan ni a mọ̀, but I'm sure that will be communicated to us at the appropriate time. We continue to pray for our land. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká rí ìtàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀, but we must prepare for the worst case scenarios. And that is part of what we're going to be showing tonight. And on that beautiful note, let's play our anthem. But before that, Giacomo.
Navy blue check. Giacomo. 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 Don't see me. Don't see me. I'm going to like a thief. You love is too much. 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 Giacomo. Giacomo. Let's go.